You look like you.
Wait, is he blinking his eyes? Johnny, are you blinking?
I'm trying to bat my eyes.
Look like,
Oh shit!
he look like he just got a new car. He just saw that shit get backed into by a big.
All right, welcome to Talk Lately. It's Tuesday, September the 8th. Virgo season. Y'all suck. Welcome. I'm joined today with a whole host of people. These are some the people that I actually like. So I'm going to bring them in to the conversation. We got Lindsay, we have Naya, we have Mimi, and we have Nate. So there they are.
I need a bigger fanfare than that.
Because it was so dry.
It was
Yeah.
dry, right? I am in a mood, and
like that.
it's not like
That's
all
your
my other
turban
moods
too
that I
tight.
had.
Oh.
Yes, turban.
Right?
It's a mess under here. Look, I got on everything workout today, and I'm not mad about it.
That shit is free.
I know.
Oh.
I'm using it to hold my earpiece in. You suckers.
Oh
You
shoot!
suck as an individual, don't you? How's everybody been and doing? And look, Mimi's here. She's come out of
Hey, everybody.
she's come out of seclusion.
Hello.
How you doing?
The phone lines are open immediately at 443-642-9403. We could be talking about Trump. I don't know. It's a whole host of things that's listed in my
Well, let me know because that's when I'm
here.
gonna take a break because I'm not for all that.
I'm here for the phone calls tonight.
I
I probably need the phone calls tonight, but like I'm all dressed down, like
don't
everything is
know if that's
clean,
gonna be
everything. I got in my
interesting.
dark brown contacts today, so get used to it. I felt like being an original black today.
Okay. Doubt we're gonna get any interesting calls today, but I'm hoping.
It's very well possible.
I'm hoping.
Please like and share the show, comment along with us. Like I said, the phone number is 443-642-9403. So I'm gonna start with you guys. How was your weekend, Naya?
Oh, amazing. Highly blessed and favored. I slept. I needed it.
Did you do anything special this weekend?
I did. I slept.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. How about you, Mimi?
Hey, me, myself, I had a good weekend. They found my car, if everybody knows.
Oh, can I tell the
car
story? Can I tell it?
Yeah.
About your car?
No, not yet. Yeah, let me finish and then you can tell a
All
story.
right, go for it.
God damn. But somebody, basically, I'm gonna let him tell the story. But basically, somebody stole my car, and they just, I'm gonna let Monty do it. Fuck that. But
Okay, go ahead.
So she calls me. All right, let's start with this story about this car,
yeah,
right?
but I found it. I found where my car is. Yay! Can I get some clap, man? Clap.
Sure.
Come on, Nate.
I clap.
Nate is not engineering. That is me. I'm doing the engineering. Nate can't.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not doing it. It's me. Okay.
Other than that, I did lose a good friend. He was on VSCO's radio plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Sully. It hurt the radio nation a lot because really his poetry, his music, everything was positive. Everything he did, basically, from when I met him, he was positive and a positive person in my life. So we going to say rest in peace to Jay Sully. We all gonna miss him so much. Like
rest
his
in peace, Jay
presence,
Sully.
even the way he dressed like me and all that. Like I always be like, boy, I wear them shoes, and I don't know. Like I just took a couple days off of work just to be like, damn, how can you take somebody so great like that? Because you know you don't supposed to question God, but sometimes you still just be having like questions, you know. So yeah, we gonna rest his soul, rest in peace, Jay Sully. I'm tired of losing people. I lost my father. I lost my brother. I lost a lot of people this year. Things have not really been going the way I wanted them to go this year, or on a weekend or whatever. Because I know Marnie said, you know, how did your weekend go? But it's more to just that weekend, and I just want better for everybody. It's strange.
You know, because the whole show's not
it's
about
work.
your weekend. So
Whatever.
I'm gonna move on to Nate, and after everybody tells us about their weekend, gee, just the weekend, not your whole life.
Well, this weekend it was awesome. It marks my 7th year here on Big Exposed Radio, and I got to celebrate a tad bit. Still social distancing with a couple friends. What else? And I just ended a really tiresome 2 months of working on a production under the restrictions of COVID, which is horrible. But we finished, and this is like my 2-day, what was my 3-day weekend before school opened back up.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Just over it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
You already got your class and stuff already? I didn't even ask you about that.
This is my classroom right here. You like it?
Huh?
It's my classroom.
I mean, you got your class stuff. That's what I meant. Yeah, everything is all. You did your first class today, right?
You know what, Nate? Can I say something to Nate?
For the students that showed up.
Oh.
Oh.
Nate, listen.
I'm listening.
Listen, I know my friends, right? They're teachers too, so they're crying about this stuff. Like,
I ain't crying. I'm about to start drinking.
How are you gonna get? It is right, and then they got y'all on like different types of websites and computer shit that y'all gotta learn, and it's crazy. I know everybody is flipping out, but y'all do support each.
I don't know them fools.
Oh, Lord.
When I log off, I'm gone.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna make so my elf is out.
The kids is not gonna learn because of this.
Yeah, they're not.
Ain't my children.
Oh my God.
You're the teacher.
But you're the parent, so get them together.
Hey, mine is already on to listen. I don't have that.
This what you see from some of these children. This what you say.
I'll see. My oldest one already told me. My oldest one already told me I don't need my camera on, mommy. I could just pay attention without it. Okay.
See, you got one of them children. See.
But he did his work. He did his work today.
I mean,
I don't play.
Well, I'm going to continue this discussion, but after Lindsay tell us about her weekend.
Yeah. Hey, ma'am.
Hey, ma'am. How you doing? First of all, I want to give you my condolences on Jay Sully. I heard about that this morning, and I'm really sad about it too. My weekend was quiet. I did the same thing I did. I slept. I had some company. I got high and had a good time.
What type of crack?
All I heard was crack.
What do you think?
Lizzie, you know I'm playing with your head. God,
yeah, I got house some exotic.
Okay.
It was a friend's birthday, so we celebrated.
Author, poet, Liz Shakespeare says hello, everyone. And yeah, she said
hello. Hey, Shakespeare.
He will definitely be missed. Yes, indeed. So on the education thing, So, Naya, you said like your son that they turn their cameras off or point them wherever.
Well, my oldest one said that it's not required that he needs his camera on.
Mm-hmm.
So he just turns it off and he does his work. He don't, so
Right,
he just did what they posted today.
My position on that was going to be: is it necessary for you to see them? Is that does that help you in your teaching?
So
not you. I'm talking to Nate now.
Right, but I'm saying with my baby.
I'm talking about from a teacher's perspective.
Yeah, she did require for them to have it on to make sure that everybody was attending, so it won't be like the parent doing the work or the older kid doing the work.
I see what you're saying.
That. So she did require for the my baby to have their camera on.
But why would the parent do? If you don't have no job, maybe. But why would the parent do the work? Like,
because they know they kids, they ain't gonna do it. They know they kids ain't
right, but then you still gonna have a dumb child. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So, can I say something about this? When I was growing up, and my mother
don't need permission.
Was
space. I need some space.
Go ahead, Mimi.
Excuse me.
What?
Go ahead,
Mimi. We're listening.
No, because Nate is the teacher, and he's supposed to be teaching motherfuckers.
Well, when they come to class,
no matter how you do it, you're supposed to learn and you're supposed to teach.
Right.
Well, you can't teach the unwilling. You can't do that. It's impossible.
No, and that's why my question was, does it help you to see them when you're teaching them?
Well, you can.
Yes,
it's difficult anyway because you can't gauge whether somebody's really interacting with you if they're just staring. Like we're just looking at each other right now,
right?
But you can't tell who's engaged, who's not engaged, and like Lindsay, I don't know what she's doing. So I'm sitting there like,
right? I get it. You don't know if she's listening or she over there,
right? And
digging
you
in between her toes.
Be attentive to all the students.
Get up and walk away right now. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it is harder, and I understand. Like he's teaching, but these kids can be doing whatever. They can be playing a video game.
The reason why I asked that question is because I like to listen. I don't want to be stationary, sitting and watching you. I do like to do other things while I'm listening to stuff. So I think if I was in the virtual environment in school, if I had to go back to school in a virtual environment, I wouldn't have my camera on either because I don't want you to see me still frying my eggs. But while I'm in class,
right.
I'm very sensitive to different learning styles, and that's a different learning style. Some people are audible learners, some people are practical learners. I'm very sensitive to that. But parents have to be really into it in terms of this is the first week of school. There's a lot of instructions that's being given in terms of what the rest of the school year is going to be about or the rest of the quarter for some of the students that don't have the same teachers all year long.
Right.
So this week and next week are very important for you to be attentive. Now, if I see that you're doing the work, I'm not going to really fuss if I just see this. I'm not. But if you walking around the house, some of the parents are like making their children something to eat while they're sitting right there. Like you can't. Some of us can't work and eat at the same time. Like, and it could be a distraction to other students. So it's really important that. Go ahead.
Did you see the viral video that video went viral when the girl was sitting there doing her work and her mom was like smoking a blunt behind her and she realized and she was like took off her
she ran.
And that happens a lot because some of us have to make sure our cameras are off and our audio is off when we walk away from just because of our environment. Just like the other teacher that got in trouble because he shared his screen and it was like porn links up. Like right now, everybody is learning how all this works, and you're not as safe as you think you are. But in terms of the students, it's really going to take the parents, and not every parent can be sitting there monitoring their students because there are a lot of students who were home alone, who parents were at work. So it's really hard to gauge it. Thankfully, I have younger students, so it's somebody with them. But at the same time, when it's multiple students, if you can, put them in different rooms. Because we had plenty of students who, it was 3 or 4 of them in a room, and you can hear the other teacher talking, and it was just distracting. And I understand everybody's not blessed with much space or opportunity in in their home, but it's a lot better than it was at the end of the class.
End of last year.
End of the last year. Because there are a lot more students who the schools and outside organizations have gotten people devices, laptops, and tablets to be able to listen and learn. So it is much better. I don't see, little Pookie sitting in the room mothering his little brother. It wasn't any of that.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because what's interesting about today and, in this new marking period for, for school is that I've seen people have actually set their houses up or a particular room like a classroom.
That is.
There's some people who are blessed with their own businesses.
I don't know where they found these desks at, but I'm just they did do it. They got little.
I know a lot of parents probably went to thrift shops or the shop that you go to a lot. They probably went to places like that. But it was a lot of parents who, they just tried. It was some parents who have their own businesses. You can tell they were in a workplace environment. Some jobs allow parents to bring their children to school, and they had like a little space. So people are more accommodating this go round. It's still a lot of confusion, but in terms of the children having a dedicated space, like you said, it was a lot more. You saw it a lot.
Right.
It was planned. People put thought into it.
So I have a question for you, Nate. So I know that you're saying like if the kids are really paying attention to you and not looking at a wall, right? Are you cooking eggs and steak and all that stuff? Are you teaching the kids? Or
I'm doing the same thing I'm doing right now.
No, he's on camera, so he can't be doing other things because he's actually teaching the class.
Right. Some like for the babies, like the preschool and kindergartners, they're getting a lot of my classes. They're getting recordings of me, so they're not getting live of me. It's the like first and on up that are getting the actual live educational portion of it. But because I've been doing this, I'm used to being stationary or setting up my space. I a lot of teachers like dedicated like parts of their room, and I'm trying to do that. So I want to show my effort. So I'm setting up a space in my living room so it looks like a classroom behind me, because I'm not for all that green screen, and I'm not. Because it's a distraction. So
right, you don't want somebody to be in the chat. You don't want somebody to be in the chat and and be like, is that where you have sex at?
Oh shit!
Well, people think I'm outside right now. So if I don't show the white wall, people really think I'm outside. So I get away with this because they think I'm outside right now.
And I've been like, that look like a bed frame. What in the hell?
Sorry.
Right.
People think I'm sitting outside, so they all asking me, am I outside? So, but
I know
by next week I'll have it set up.
I'm just waiting for next week when they finally work out all the kinks and stuff, because there's been a lot of complaints today about the kinks and stuff that was going on with people trying to log in and not being able to and all that kind of stuff.
I think it's just people not knowing how to do it, and it is we had to deal with the same thing. And this time around, there were a lot of firsts, and we're not doing things like we did it at the end of the school year. So some parents thought we was going to be doing it the same way, and a lot, we're having to do certain softwares and stuff. But it's just I don't get how the parents are complaining, because it's new to all of us. And of course, the school board could have did better, but we were working with limited. Like for me, I'm a resource teacher. So I had less training than the regular teachers had. So even for me, I had to figure out how we going to like I teach music and theater. That doesn't translate to this right here. If it's 1 or 2 students, but you got a whole classroom full of students that you got to keep their attention, and you got to make sure that one is not playing with their hair, and you still got to think about those things, because it's difficult, and then you can get to the educational portion of it. So today, I just was monitoring.
Main thing is, it's best teaching children or anybody when you're interacting with them. Like, that you have to watch their body language. You have to all of that stuff. That is really, really important. And virtual is not really a good source of learning, especially when you're teaching about resources or history. I don't even math sometimes.
Well, parents have to realize it's two things. A reason that they are trying to push for your children to go back to school because they see you on social media living your best life. So that's a big part of them trying to push us back. But a little birdie has told me if their children go back to school, they're going to be forced to get whatever vaccine they may have prepared at that time. So you have to make a hard decision. Do you want your child to get that vaccine, or are you comfortable with your child being home?
Right.
They haven't said are they going to give an alternative, but
the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people are not good. You know, they can't go on the internet and actually learn. They have to be hands-on.
Right.
They have to be shown how to use the computer. Like if you was to be able to sit next to that person and show them how to do it, that will work for them better. It's a lot of people out there like that you can tell them as many times over the internet as you want how to do something, and they will still not be able to get it.
Yeah.
They have to be there and see you do it for them to learn. You understand? So it's.
And I think we get what you're saying, but unfortunately,
I mean, y'all just showed me how I get on Vivo without. I mean, I got a little something a little bit. You know,
you got on Vivo.
Got to do that without even being next to me. So it is possible.
You got on Vivo. What you get on Vivo?
You have a lot of. You have a lot of. I mean.
But what did you just get on? You said you got on Vivo.
Don't tell on yourself, baby.
You got on Vivo.
Don't tell on yourself.
You have You have a lot of. You have a lot of people.
This Zoom.
Oh yeah. Well, I heard about a lot of this. God damn it.
Okay.
All right.
Listen.
Anyway, listen. You have a lot of different people. You have a lot of different people that need to be sat next to really show them things. Like how Nate was showing me how to engineer. Like how you was showing me. Like I wouldn't be able to really read a book. I mean, I can
but it's so even hard for me to get it out too, because I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, but again, this is the mindset needs to start to change. Like you said, books and stuff like that. That's the past. This is 21st century. Can we move on? Y'all need to learn how to use computers and stop playing these games. Like, why don't y'all know how to use computers? You in your 30s. You should be an expert at a computer.
Yeah.
Right.
You was the first people to get. You were one of the first people to use a computer. Like, why don't you know how to use one?
This technology changed.
No, technology hasn't changed. The keyboard still look the same.
It advanced. I'm sorry, technology advanced from when we first started out.
Yeah, maybe. It's still click and touch and click and touch. I mean, like,
and now you got touch screens and all types of stuff.
But the dynamics of the computer has not changed. Is what I'm getting at.
But it's important for the parents to be as up to date as their children are, because that's where people really retain information. If their parents knew what they were doing.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about the child, because the child is going to learn faster than the parent.
Right.
Yeah.
But the parent, if the parent is our age, if the parent is in their 40s and the parent is in their 50s, they grew up with the creation of the computer.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense that no one in these age groups don't know how to use a computer.
But the only difference is, and some schools have it, but for us, we all started on a Mavis Beacon. Everybody in here got a Mavis Beacon lesson. So it was the fundamentals. And a lot of the students, they're learning computers through their cell phone, not through.
And I hate to throw my sister under the bus, because I don't do that, but I'm throwing her under the bus tonight, because when somebody asks me,
some children are being raised by their grandparents that never used a touchscreen phone.
But see, that's different. Now I would give the grandparent a pass, because that's different. Then they would need some extra help.
Right.
But us, like I said, I don't want to throw my sister under the bus, but I'm going to throw you, Tamara. Sit still, roll down, lay down, because the bus is coming. Because she was asking me, like, this is not even like 6 months ago, asking me how to attach something to an email. Like, what are you talking to me for?
But see,
some people don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't understand. Like, where do you work at a steel mill?
But people are learning technology.
You're a farmer or something?
They're learning through cell phones.
Right.
They're not learning through computers like PC. And that everybody is taking shortcuts. But if you have a child in your home, it is your responsibility to be as up to date or have somebody in place to be as up to date. It is no excuse for your child to only get learning when they're in a classroom.
Right. I can say that one thing that my youngest one. I can say one thing that my youngest school is doing, that they're doing audibles. So just in case, like, he didn't, or like if they need to read a lesson or whatever, either they got the choice to read it by themselves or they can listen to the audible. So
that's why I was going to ask that question too. Like you're saying, I was going to ask that question too, Nate. Like, are your classes being recorded? Like, they can go back and listen to them later?
Some of my young students, yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know if the administrators are recording them. But
I hope they are, because that would be, and treat it like a webinar so you can go back and listen to it later. Because say, for instance, you had a doctor's appointment today and you weren't going to be in school, whether it was in physical form or virtual, you weren't going to be there, period. I completely missed today's lesson. That would be crazy if I couldn't be able to go back.
We still have lesson plans. So we still, if somebody's out and they request work, we still have to be able to give them our lesson.
Right, but my point is that I missed the lesson, the actual lesson that you taught that day. So just because you gave me the lesson plan and the homework and for me to catch up, I would still want the experience of seeing the class.
And, for my classes, I make it really easy because we just add on stuff as we go along, and we always are refreshing.
I think this is for you. E. Digger said, "Hey sis, long time no see." That was probably for you, Mimi.
But for regular classes, I don't really know how they, maintain, because they're teaching them larger volumes of information, whereas though I'm teaching them strictly music and theater. So it is.
And that's something I would want to see versus you just giving me the homework. I would want to be able to go back and watch that. Or say, for instance, my parent does work during the day and I can't be there live.
Exactly.
That's not, but no. See, that's down a problem, because that parent needs to make accommodations for their child. Because
but what is the accommodation to a single parent that don't have any grandparents, that don't have grandparents that could be there, to babysit? And what does that kind of accommodation look like? Why can't you, if you would have recorded the class, my child could do the classwork at night?
There are remedies to that. If there are any other children in that age range within the neighborhood or in your family or in your children's friend circle, hey, can you, I'm off on these days, you're off on these days. It's about making accommodations. It's no excuses for not allowing your child to learn. It's no excuses. None. You had all summer, because you knew this was coming. You had all summer to reach out to your children's friends and figure out, well, what classes are we going to be in? What class? Okay, this is your friend. So I'm off on these days. I'll watch both of our children on these days. You're off on. You have to make accommodations. The day is gone. That was the end of last semester when people were scrambling. You knew this was coming all summer long.
What if I live on the big house on the hill and I don't have any neighbors?
Well, you got to get out there on that pole, sister or brother, and start twerking overnight.
I mean, I'm just thinking about like in Oklahoma. The houses are not close together in Oklahoma. Some of them are like 5 and 6 miles away from each other before you see your next neighbor.
And then all this
but maybe I'm, I know you're a nurse, so sometimes y'all work days in a row. So, hey, I'm going to send my child to my cousin's house, and they go be at my cousin's house for these couple days, and I'm going to go get them and their children, and I'm going to watch them and help them with their homework.
No, I like that scenario. That scenario does fit for some people that,
make it work.
that are in that kind of situation. But I'm just talking about somebody that don't have any support system, because there are a lot of parents that are like that don't have the support system.
I don't have any support system, but I figured out something that worked for my children.
I mean, your job is accommodated. Sometimes your job is only accommodated to a point.
I had a friend who was luckily off today. So I just like, hey, can you swing by and, help my kids set up for school and get on the right track? And luckily he was able to stop by and swing and help my kids get set up. And he sent the email to the teacher like, hey, we can't get them on. She emailed me back, and that's, how we, got it going from there.
Now, do you have, let me ask you this, do you have a protocol in place for when that person is not available?
Well, I have a 14-year-old. So he knows how to work the system.
Oh, well, see, he's older. I'm talking about somebody that's like a smaller kid.
Yeah, because he helps his brother. He gets his brother on, and then he goes to another room and he does what he needs to do. If his brother is having a hard time, then he'll call me like, hey, mommy, I can't figure this out, and then I'll try to talk him through it, or I'll just email the teacher to let him know, like, this is what my baby is struggling with. So that's what I have. I don't really know.
I'm as somebody who has worked in the school system, I'm always trying to help parents figure out solutions, because if this thing wasn't going on, what would you be doing anyway? You would be sending your child to school and you'd be making it work. So now that we have restrictions, it's really up to the parents to stop this. Well, I don't have any support. Get out there. You found that person that could come by and check in. You got to get out and figure this out. Make friends with other parents. Y'all, it's time for us to start helping each other. Even during, I stopped working before the school.
I agree.
But you got to figure out, even calling on the teachers. Is it any way that, if I can't get him there at this time, that you can help? But you got to be prepared to pay people. You got to be prepared to be nice to people and friendly. There's a lot of parents that are like, I don't fuck with nobody at this school. I'm not sending my child to nobody. Well, your child not will learn.
Right.
And then you will be held responsible for that. And there's a lot of parents that are selfish that way. Your child's education cannot be built around your work schedule.
Your selfishness.
Your selfishness. But parents were doing that even when school was available. If your child needed extra help after school, oh no, I gotta work. I ain't got time for this. Come on. And there's somebody trying to help you, but you don't want to, bend and flex. I know everybody doesn't have family and everybody is a little disjointed, but we got to figure out something. It's an old lady that lives next door that you trust, that you have her watching out for them when they were coming back forth from school. How about, hey,
helping her? Asking her.
I can help you a little bit in these areas. Take you to the market. If you could just watch them or listen out for them.
Okay. I know, I agree with all of that. But what is the alternative? So again, if you can't do it, what is the alternative? So one of the things you said is that then you lost out on your education. But that can't be the answer to
whatever that time period is.
Say that again.
You lost out for whatever that day is. The alternative is make it work. Like the schools have little reign or little control over this right now. So a lot of this is falling back on the shoulders of the parents.
Yeah.
So
and again, that's why I'm asking, what is the alternative? Can we try to come up with an alternative to that problem in particular? I mean, because we faced that when say for instance somebody got mono and they couldn't come to school for 2 weeks. That is that problem. Now that person lost out on 2 weeks of education. Is that right?
Right now, no, because
I know somebody that just got mono. That's why I brought it up.
Systems work. I don't know how all the different schools work, but some of the schools are having the teachers have time frame windows where they're available. And parents are able to call in and talk to them or email or FaceTime them. As they were able to do that before. There were always a period that
Mimi, I need you to sit still.
But you have that opportunity to, if your child is sick for whatever reason, to be able to call that teacher and get some help, support for them. And there are a lot of teachers that will help your child off the clock.
Yeah,
I'm not saying lean on them all the time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I do know that my oldest one, how it was set was if he missed that day or the week or whatever, it didn't matter because they just put it as makeup work. So he would just go back and just make up whatever it is that he missed. And they would like send an email and let us know like, hey, this is the generalized version of what we went over today or whatever. Like they'll send
right, but that's I don't think that kind of helps. That doesn't help the kid to give him a whole bunch of dittos.
It don't,
like they call them in school. Dittos.
Well,
that's why I said now they're doing audio.
Huh?
Dittos aren't allowed in school.
No, I'm just saying. No, what she said is some makeup work. So I just called them dittos because that's what I wanted to use because that's what they call them.
I'm just saying that's a rule now. A lot of schools do not allow dittos from teachers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's even for makeup work. There's normally like a syllabus of stuff that you have to do, but dittos are for a lot of schools are out.
No, because what I'm saying, what I was getting at is that I think it would be if this is the era of the future, virtual. That if the class is recorded, if the class was recorded, they could go back and just watch the whole entire class and get that day's education. Right. There would be no miss.
There's still going to be a parent that say, "Well, we can't ask questions live. It's still not live."
But you would still be able to ask questions because you can still send for instance on my webinars for my day job. When we do our webinars, it's live, and then we offer the playback afterwards, so you can go back and watch the same thing, and you can still submit questions to the presenters from that webinar.
It's basically to accommodate the people that could not be there at that time. Like that child could not be on Wi-Fi. Like some people, bills and stuff like that. It's not being paid on time.
I'm listening to everything you all are saying.
But there's schools that are sending out Wi-Fi boxes now.
Yeah, and Comcast is giving discounts for Wi-Fi now.
Everything has not
no
been,
excuses.
Yes, but it is. You can have an excuse. I believe in no excuses. I can't even say I don't believe in no excuses. Right? Mm-hmm. But some people really do have hard times with things.
I'm not even talking about hard times. Maybe you overslept and you missed the day.
Yeah, anything.
I'm just talking about being able to catch up on your education at the drop of a dime without having to be present. I mean, this is we're doing this it's a test environment right now. So I understand that. I'm not even trying to say this is what needs to happen today. But I'm saying there are ways that we can stop leaving kids behind and saying, "Oh well, you missed that class. Now here's your makeup documents," without assistance of being present in that class.
Well, I'm not saying that's not an option.
Because we always talk about that, being in classes because of the class participation thing, being involved. But if you missed everything that everybody else said in that class that raised their hand, having that recording would be that option of catching up on whatever somebody else says that could have been the key to their learning.
Yep.
I think the issue is there will always be a complaint about recording the students because you can't record a live classroom lesson in terms of the children being in the classroom. It's rules that are set up where you can't, there are cameras everywhere else in the school except for in the classroom. Mm-hmm. So it's an issue of the children then being recorded. And it's not like the camera's just on the teacher. You have a whole screen now. But I understand what you're saying, like an audio or something.
But you got documents and stuff up on the screen, right? Isn't it documents on the screen? So you can just record the presentation and not the kids.
Right. You don't have to record the children. You can just record you teaching.
The presentation.
You don't have to record.
And I'm saying that is then asking the teacher to not only I have to come up with a lesson plan and I have to teach the class, but then I have to take time out to actually record my class by myself.
Well, I don't know what y'all use, but Zoom says, as soon as the class starts, hit record this presentation.
Yeah, but you're still recording the students.
No, but you're just recording the presentation, not the children involved in the class.
Right, but with the board, you don't have to record the whole classroom. You can only record.
See, that's what I said. I don't know what y'all the software you use looks like, so I don't know how it looks like. It's all your kids on the screen, like bam, you see everybody.
That's what it's like. Zoom, like some of the software, like Zoom, is Google Classrooms and such. So it's.
See, like for my webinars, it's not like that. Everybody their videos are at the top, but the presentation is the only thing that's being recorded, what you're presenting. So the PowerPoint presentation or whatever the case may be.
Those are adults, and they've given their permission to do so. So it may be simple as because even with taking pictures of children, like certain schools, you have to sign a document at the beginning. You have to sign a document.
No, so what I'm saying is not the videos are at the top, like you can see them. The presenter can see everybody in the video, but the only thing that's being recorded is the presentation, the PowerPoint, whatever the document is on the screen, and the audio that's happening.
That's if that's how the teacher is choosing to teach it. So whatever her or his or her method to teaching is, like, I don't use a lot of stuff like that. Okay. I may use a video clip or something like that, but a lot of mine is oral. I'm an oral teacher, so
but they can see you. So are you the one that's prominent on the screen?
No, it's
that
like
they
this.
see. That they see.
Like my classrooms are like this, so you see everybody.
Oh, I get
everybody
it.
Sees everybody. So that's why I'm saying that's the difficulty in it, and it may be simply a parent signing a waiver, and some.
See, that's the thing about it, because I think if I was doing my classroom would be what you would only be able to see would be me. I would pin my video to the screen, and you wouldn't be able to see anything, all the other people. You know, I'm talking about as far as the recording goes. My video would be the picture that you see. I'm the one teaching the class. It would be either me or the document that I'm presenting.
Like that, but again, for the teacher, when you do that, it makes it hard for you to see everybody.
Well, no, because you can have it like as far as Zoom, when you pin somebody to the side you pin your video to the screen, everybody else shows up on your sidebar, so you can see everybody on the side.
I do know.
But what about if it's 30 students in a class?
Yeah, you gotta have to scroll up and down. You would be scrolling up and down to see everybody.
What I seen from my oldest one, it was like a chat room. He just hey, and said his name, like, I'm here. And the teacher was like, welcome. And then they just went on with the lesson. That's what I seen.
But it's a certain grade levels too. So that they're kind of incorporating a lot of what we would get in virtual classes in college. So that's kind of how a virtual class.
And that's what I was thinking of, because when I was doing my virtual classes,
certain levels, like I'm still elementary school. So I'll look more like.
So that's different because you gotta. Yeah, you got children that you do have to monitor.
Your son is about to leave high school, right? Or middle school?
Middle school, yeah. And then the baby is in elementary, so his is like this.
Yes, yeah.
And she's like, okay, class, let's, and I'm just like, why is she so loud?
I mean, I want to know from
the baby, the oldest one is like a chat room.
Yeah.
I want to hear from some of you guys out there. Well, I need some parents.
So Nate, has any parent like cussed you out yet? Like, because I keep hearing about parents like cussing the teacher out and like getting on
it. This was only for me. This was only day one. It only had 2 classes.
Listen to me. Listen to me real quick. Some teachers ask personal questions, right? Some teachers ask personal questions to their children.
Right.
Some teachers be like, did you brush your teeth today? Did you eat breakfast today? You know what I mean?
In
and
the classroom?
A parent can hear that in the background. And then have you asked any child that, like, did you brush your teeth?
Why would he do that? That's not what he's teaching.
Listen. If you personally was to see them in person, right? And if you seen them in person and you said, all right, how you doing today? Some kids tell their teacher everything. Some kids are really personal with their teacher. You get what I mean? So do you on virtual classrooms ask your children, did y'all eat breakfast today? Did y'all what y'all do on a weekend? And listen. And did the parent ever get really, really mad because you asked them something like that?
Well, because this was only the first day of school, so nobody's cussed me out yet. But I do ask my students what they ate for breakfast. I don't ask them if they ate because that's offensive. I ask them what they ate for breakfast. And if a child says I didn't eat anything, I don't was like, well, you need to go eat then. If they were in my classroom, I would give them a snack and have them go sit to the side and have them eat. But I don't ask children if they eaten today, unless I see behavior
on virtual.
They're hungry. You said what?
On virtual, right? on virtual.
No, not on virtual. That's only if they. I asked my class today, "What did you eat for breakfast today?" You know, that's as a opener. But I would never ask them if they ate. It's just how you ask questions, and you ask questions like that because if you have a child that hasn't eaten, chances are they
really not mean no harm. I'm not saying you mean harm by asking them did they eat, because some teachers do care, and I believe you, Nate, as a teacher, you do care. You get what I'm saying? I know. I mean, we human, so sometimes we don't give a fuck, and sometimes we do.
I didn't say that. I didn't say you put words in my mouth. I didn't incriminate you. I didn't say that.
Listen real quick. So basically, what I'm saying is, nobody ever cussed you out or nothing like that.
I've had CPS investigations, all that.
I'm trying to tell you, Nate, you're going to get cussed out by the end of 2020.
Not when he can mute.
I've been doing this since I was 23.
Now, if you think you're gonna cuss me out virtually, you got something wrong with you.
Be dying laughing. Hey,
let me tell you how. Look how I control this. Now, try to cuss me out. Come on, Mimi. Let's do it.
Nate,
what you say? What you say? Hello? What? You're not gonna cuss me out virtually. No, that's not how we do it.
I cannot. But I commend many of the parents who were there, who have been participating, and I'm admonishing the parents. There are a lot of children who did not show up for the first day of school. There are a lot of parents a lot of the schools gave packets of work, and a lot of that work is not going to be turned in.
Nope. Nate, what if one of the students had on the same clothes for 3 days?
I'm gonna have on the same T-shirt.
I'm about to say, what does that matter? Long as he came for his education, that's not your concern.
That's why my oldest
we can't smell each other.
Now, what he could ask the question. Now, the question he could ask is, Jeremy, why are you outside? Why are you still outside in the park? I mean, like, why? Is your home not available?
My oldest one turned his camera off because he said, "Mommy, I ain't got no clean shirt on. I got my T-shirt on, so I'm
exactly."
But if he's home and he's comfortable, he's sitting at his desk with the same shirt on. That's
because I know for sure when if you go to school with the same shit on.
That's when you go to school. But if you're at home, I gotta mind my business a little bit.
Do y'all ask those same questions?
No, I don't think so.
Because it was students that logged in today that clearly had on pajamas. There were students who parents put their whole uniform on them.
I've seen that.
There were students who just dressed down. Now for me, I'm gonna wear the same T-shirt and the same little cardigan all week long. I'm gonna change it next week. I'm not doing that. I'm not washing clothes to sit right here. I'm sitting in my bed. I'm not trying to be fly. My bed will be shaped up.
And I think that's all good.
That's it.
Exactly.
I took a shower and I washed myself, and that's it.
And that's all you get. That's all you get. That's exactly all you get.
You don't know why you expect more right now.
I'm here. I checked in. Can you put that name, that mark next to my name in the attendance card? Here's the thing, because I think I would, if I was in grade school during this time, I think I would thrive. I would thrive because I'm not a morning person. So when I used to go to school, I was always pissed off. Like, why the hell am I here? If I had this environment, I think I would have been a straight A student.
Hold on. My son had the baby. He has a full itinerary for the whole. You know what I mean? He has break time on there, lunchtime, recess. Okay, Mav's corner. I said, is this a whole? Now they know.
And see, the problem was,
and that's why I asked about the recording thing, because
he's getting creative, and let him do that because that's expanding his mind.
No, that's the teacher's itinerary. That was the teacher's itinerary. And I was just looking like, they really think that the kids are going to follow this?
Yeah, because I think and that's the problem with a lot of the parents this go around. They were used to what we did at the end of last year, where they was only on for a half an hour or hour, and that was it for the day. And parents are going to get a rude awakening because students, because it was students who went to sleep.
Yeah.
So by the time they got to my class, their head was down on the table. Like, and
if you give a child a lunchtime, you really think they're gonna log back in, especially if they by themselves?
Right. Oh, lunchtime means days over. End of day.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go get the itinerary from my child. Hold on.
But and I hear parents saying that, but the alternative is your child getting a vaccine and having to go inside that building. That's so. Which way do you want it? And
I would rather
I'm telling you, they're not going to give people the option to log in.
And I just want y'all to know, Lindsay. I just want y'all to know, Lindsay don't give a damn. Her child is grown.
Yeah. My child is 20 years old.
She said one word.
Don't you have a
Lindsay.
In this whole entire segment, she has said nothing.
No, we can't do it because it's on paper. Lindsay, we can see it.
It's a whole syllabus.
Yeah.
It looks like your child is in college.
Ma'am, Lindsay.
I'm here.
And then how old is your child?
My sons are grown too. So you know I ain't got
this one.
Hey, all right, wait. Mimi, you can't talk over people. We gotta talk one at a time.
I don't have nothing to worry about either, Lindsay. Thank God.
Somebody's phone is messing up.
You gotta see how they showed me how to work the computer. And then I got this new iPhone. Yeah, they showed me how to do all of that stuff.
That's Mimi phone because she got that new iPhone that she bought from that man. So
I ain't buying from a man. Bought it from T-Mobile.
Lord.
What man?
Yeah.
All right. Because the only reason why I brought that. See, somebody's got feedback.
Myra.
Mira.
My era.
Right. Why are you calling me Myra?
Mira, can you turn your camera on?
Myra. That's how your name is spelled. Myra.
All right.
Turn your camera on, Mira.
He's 8, so he has a full syllabus.
How did he do today?
Today was just actually to get into know you stage. So he spoke on the little thing. It was like, my name is such and such. I like to read books. I like to do this. I like to do that. Stuff like that.
Just and then comfortable.
Yeah, and then he just did the get to know me. But my oldest one actually did some work. So
yeah, his schedule probably tighter than the younger son is.
Yeah, today was A day. Tomorrow's B day.
Sorry,
so they already were incorporated with that, but they're talking about in terms of them transitioning the students in, like certain students are going to go on A and D day, and the other students are going to go on B and C day, and it's going to be interesting. But parents have to realize they either going to do it this way, or their child is going to have to take a vaccine and go into
right. So that my daughter did fine.
Okay.
So Nate, how do you feel about that vaccine? That's some serious stuff.
I don't feel nothing because I don't have to take it.
But don't you have to, in order to go back in school, don't you need it?
Yeah.
I ain't go back if I gotta take it. I have my education.
But you're the teacher.
And I can get another job, baby.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all.
If your child if they go back to school and your child needs a mentor or a tutor, let them just call me. I got you.
Right. Hey, Nate, check this out. You can have a TV. Like if they want to, even if they want to go back to school, Nate, you can have a TV. Like you can go extra robotic. You know what I'm saying? And just yourself. No, you can put if they. You can have your virtual classes and you can have your private classes and you can be on TV. Just like the commissioner be on TV when motherfuckers get locked up and the judge and all that be right there on TV telling you if you got bail or not, you can do that too. Right or wrong?
I don't know what the hell you talking about.
She's talking about virtual. She's talking about virtual court that they're doing court.
Virtual court. You can do the same thing. Virtual
Well, I know
court. Yeah, been
some-
going
All
on for
right.
years.
That
Some
was
private schools went back
Virtual
to school.
goddamn.
okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nate?
Wait,
some
got
of
you.
them
All
are gonna
right,
close
that
down
vaccine.
Mimi.
Don't take that.
All right, Mimi. All
Don't
right,
take that vaccine.
Mimi. All right.
But just understand, like some of the colleges that went back to school, they
They got
closed
sick.
down just
Some
a
of
few
them,
weeks
yeah.
after closing school.
Mhm.
Yep.
So,
Right.
So the reason why I
I'm
had
not
brought that up
wishing that
because I
on those-
think there should be an alternative to just a new way of teaching would be for if classes
Come on, we
recorded.
got all this stuff.
Well,
we got all this,
some of the schools that can
all this
afford the
stuff going
staff,
on.
Mimi, didn't I
have
just tell you to be
individuals
quiet? Mimi, stop,
that-
please.
They do have some of the schools, are,
a
especially the
second.
one that I'm at, they're trying to figure out a way to do that, whether it be a substitute, take those students and catch them up. But again, if your child is just missing school because you couldn't make it that day, it's going to become a problem. And that's a legal situation at that point. Outside of them being sick, there's always support for that. And if
Right.
but if you just taking your child off because y'all going to Six Flags this week, that's
Oh no, I'm not talking about something like that. No, if you can be present in class and you should be. But if you say for instance you're an Army kid too, like and you gotta travel across the country and that particular day is your travel day, I should be able to log in and get my classwork. Just like college. I mean, college is that way.
You can log in at the time.
But what I'm saying is college is that way. If you could not be in class, you can log in virtually and get your classwork.
And a lot of this is going to be helpful to a lot of the students that are choosing college because they're going to already be suited for virtual
for virtual.
Exactly,
that's what I'm saying. This should be the way. Instead of looking at this as a demand, you're being forced. You're right now being forced into the wave of the future. That's what I mean. But right now you're being forced into the wave of the future. And we should be embracing it versus trying to be so abrasive to it. Because there's a lot of people that are abrasive to it.
Students first because this is still new to them. You can't just break them out.
Right, I know, but this is also school where you're supposed to be taught to do things.
Yeah, but
maybe that during the summer there should have been some tutorials on how to do this. And
but throughout the summer, but throughout the summer, a lot of these processes were being created and tested out.
Right, but you had all of August. I mean, you knew about this now. I mean, this is months late. We're in month 7 of this.
Yeah,
it don't take that long for you all to come up with a lesson plan and get this.
Yes, but you're talking about pre-K through 12th grade. That's all different learning styles. And even within that, you still got special ed. You got special ed classes, so you still have to adapt. You got to see if it works first. So every day is somebody sitting in on the class and seeing whether this is working or not, and trying to figure out how to tighten it up. This is still unprecedented in terms of it's easy for us to acclimate this to a college level because it's already been happening. But in terms of pre-K through pre-K and kindergarten, most of their classes are recorded. Most of them are recorded that are virtual, and they're still, the parent still has to let them listen to the lesson, teach them the lesson, and they have to do it with them. But it still was like, how do we do this for 1st through 12th? How do we figure this out? She just said her 8th grader, her 8-year-old has a different lesson than her 14-year-old does. It's 2 different schedules. So you got to figure out, you can't just, I wouldn't even have wanted my child to go to school if they was prepared for this in July. I wouldn't want my child to do that because it wouldn't have it would have fell apart.
But see, that's what I'm saying, because you got to realize throughout the whole summer, it was like up and down. One minute the state was opening back up, the next minute it was closing, it was back open. So I think they wasn't fully prepared for this until recently because they really realized that it's still spiking. We're just not gonna send them to school. But in the beginning, they wasn't right. In the beginning, they wasn't prepared for this because 1 minute we were open, next minute we were closed. So it was a lot of up and down with it.
Like
so
what did they prepare?
They wasn't ready. They wasn't prepared. Yeah, they wasn't.
And it was just waiting and seeing, like, is school will be opened up? Even as of last week, it was still up in the air whether they was going to make students go to school. Because like she said, a lot of the private schools, some of them chose to go back to school. The ones that had smaller schools went back to school. But some of them are still doing virtual learning. So it's really up to the environment. This is a test. The end of last year was just a band-aid. It was like, we got to do something. This year is still a test because they have to figure out, and what's going to really be a problem, snow days. This is what you going to get on snow days. Ain't no more snow days.
Which is good.
Virtual learning.
Which is good.
And that's going to be for the next coming years. You're going to be virtual. Ain't no more days off.
Which is good, because I think we got a lot of dummies because of snow days.
That's what I'm saying, Tony. I was getting ready to say that, like, what do they have for the special education children? What do they have for them? Because that's what I was trying to say right there.
Don't open me up for jokes like that.
Earlier.
I don't have the proper mindset.
Those classes are much, I'm not going to say they're easier, but because those classes are already 5 and 6 students, that's much easier than a class of 30 or 27. Because there's only a handful of children know. I don't teach special ed. So I don't tell you that.
What about the parents? Give us a hand that the work and they have like for children. What about the blind kids and the children that can't hear? What's going on with that? Because they can't go on a phone and look at anything. They can't. It's a lot of stuff they can't do.
Well, there's a lot of that's not true because there's a lot of technology.
You're choking.
And apps.
Huh?
There are a lot of technology and apps that help them out.
That's what I'm asking. Like, put it out there.
Was something down here on the floor that I was looking at.
I can't honestly talk about
all right, okay, look, all right.
Or blind or deaf students because I don't teach them, but they have schools.
All right.
Learning styles.
Because just like Nate has said, I already got my education. I'm over this now. It's we've done this long enough. I mean, gosh, it's going on an hour. We did this for a whole conversation about
you said you didn't have a lot to talk about, so we was just going with it.
No, he tried to do that stuff because I started talking about blind and deaf. Marty.
Yes, I mean you've just gone above and beyond. We were just talking about the virtual stuff. I'm sorry, I can't fix everybody's problems. I can't. What I was just trying to get at is that we need to. I think this environment is a lesson to be to navigate to the future, because this is the future. This is where we're headed at. We're headed to this. There not being any more school buildings and that kind of stuff.
Playgrounds and anything like that. Nope.
Because we're going to have another virus. It's not the first one. It's not going to be the last.
Beyond this pandemic, that's going to be possible. But because of the pandemic, we have to socially distance. Mm-hmm. But if this wasn't a pandemic, you will be able to have a group of students at somebody's house doing virtual learning.
Right.
But you don't really have social distancing. People are not really social distancing.
And that's why they're trying to get your children to go back to school, because they see these people out here living their best lives. And they say, well, if the parents don't care, let's just send these children back to school. Because in essence, as Marty said, they're paying for buildings right now that aren't being utilized.
Right.
All this equipment that has been purchased for a lot of these schools, a lot of these schools that are slated to get remodeled, a lot of these schools that's just been remodeled.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people say that they're not sending their kids to school when they open back up. So how was that supposed? They still supposed to do virtual learning?
That's what I say. They throughout the summer they should have been preparing for both, so they're not doing a guessing game of. Will they come? Will they not? Because a lot of people like me, I would not be going. Period. You would open school. My kid wasn't coming.
Why would you get children back?
But y'all not taking into consideration that this is still a pandemic, though. So we don't know what next week is going to be. We don't know. What she was saying though is that they should. Like I was saying though, is that they should prepare for both in class and virtual. Do both. What's wrong with doing both? Well, I'm gonna say there has been PDs. Professional development over the summer, but it was a lot of we have to see what is going to happen first, because if this is going to continue on with the pandemic, this is what we're going to have to do, and if not, this is what we're going to have to do. So there was contingency.
I mean, because this environment right here would help so many people. So say for instance, that kid I was saying they had mono, and he might be sitting in the hospital, but he might be sitting in the hospital okay enough to still attend school. Work. So he could have logged in virtually and still been in class.
If your child has mono during a pandemic it's something you need to worry about in your home.
Listen. It was just an example. We're not talking about. I'm saying, for instance, the pandemic never happened. The pandemic doesn't exist in his mono world.
You don't need to worry about school.
But I think this platform will then be able to. This platform will then. The platform will then be able to help students because a lot of the school that I'm at is a smart school. So there's smart classrooms. So your child will be able to log in on the days that they have sick days. So I think those accommodations will happen widespread once all of the schools are updated.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, all the schools aren't updated for that. But the child may still be able to log in.
Okay,
that's what I mean. I just think the wave of the future should be. Hey.
I would be wanting to live my best life. I wouldn't be wanting to be on over.
Because I'm gonna put a button on this conversation. God damn it! Because you're not gonna keep trying to out-talk me.
I agree with you, Marty. But I think this right now in the next school year, you'll start seeing this implemented on snow days and for sick days. I think this format will be implemented. And it is being from the professional development that we're getting, you can tell that's where it's headed. So we're preparing for right now, but a lot of these things will be used long term. Right. Like on snow days in college, we still had to go to our virtual classes. Those classes wasn't canceled because we had a snow day. Our regular classes were canceled.
Right.
But because we had a syllabus, we knew what work we still had to do.
Yeah.
Just giving those examples though, because what if that, like I said, still using the kid with mono? What if he went into surgery? He missed that day's lesson. Tomorrow he's recovering.
Surgery, Marty.
You must was a hot child. Was you kissing people as a child?
But see, that's you. You wouldn't care about school. Me, a learner, somebody that likes to learn, I would care about school. I would want to catch up on my education. I don't want to fall behind. You in the hospital for 2 weeks falling behind everybody else. All your friends are behind. I don't want to be that person. You can be the dummy. I don't want to be the dummy. Clearly, that's not my thing.
You're supposed to be learning about mono.
I already learned about mono. It's in my throat. I got it.
Ooh,
I don't need it. Listen here. Wait, hold on, bitches. I don't have mono. Is what I'm saying. I was talking about my example. Listen, I'm going to do all you motherfuckers getting ready to get muted. Let me tell you that right now.
I better hear that as a promo next week. Because you said you got it in your throat.
That's why it's coming up.
That's why I would say. That's why.
Y'all got mono in his throat.
What about there, Marty? What about there?
Now the question is, where'd you get it from? That's the question. How'd you?
I can't.
Where'd you get it from?
No, we're not answering more questions. The question and answer time is over.
No, you said no. This is Salacious Life we're talking about.
No, we're not on Salacious Life. That show been canceled.
Why you mute me? I didn't say nothing.
I just hit me all.
It was a possibility.
Unmute yourself, Lindsay.
Hey, Livy.
Oh, you got mono in your throat? How that work?
I made a mistake and muted you again, me. Unmute yourself.
What do a mono dick look like?
Look, see, wow. Now you should go put yourself back on mute.
Wow.
Put yourself back on mute.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's move on. I mean, the phone lines are still open if any of the parents get my message that I posted on Facebook.
I'm gonna cut that clip myself.
I asked the question on Facebook.
Yeah, boy, we want to know.
What was the question?
I asked the question on Facebook.
What's the number to the phone line?
Yeah.
I asked the question on Facebook. Where are my parents that want to share their experiences from the virtual learning today, and they could call in at 443-642-9403.
There's a lot of. I know it's going to be a lot of technical responses. A lot of people had a lot of technical issues.
Yeah,
and it's just because their student may be logging in on a different software than they did at the end of the last school year.
Just don't log in on Safari. Gross. I hate a Safari.
What was you? I think one of your children had issues logging in today. What was the problem?
Naya.
Nah.
She wasn't there though.
It was saying something about the credentials, something about it wasn't the right credentials or something like that. And then when he did log in, it said that it had ended. So we sent
it was like a temporary one.
Yeah, so I sent her a link, a message, and let her know, like, my son couldn't get in, whatever the case may be. So she said she would figure out what's going on, and she would try to send a different link. So she said, tomorrow, she said, have him do this, but tomorrow he should be able to.
Oh, right, because now he'll be in whatever
Is he new at the school?
Oh my God, I cannot get away from talking about the school stuff. I keep trying to segue, and y'all will not let me. Now we done went into a tutorial on how he got his issues that he had.
Because I'm saying that's a parent. That's a parent right there.
What you say, Mom?
I'm telling you.
A tutorial on what?
He wasn't listening.
They don't matter.
No, I couldn't hear good. Your loud ass mouth was running your mouth.
We're on to the next subject.
Who you talking about, Nate?
I hope you don't be screaming at your students like that.
I do. Ask my CPS investigator.
Okay.
Somebody gotta be the parent.
All right, so look, we're gonna move on because I can't do education any longer. I thought I could do this, but I can't.
Okay.
He got his.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Right, now you gotta get yours. I'm busy. So they're gonna recast the Golden Girls. Did y'all hear about this?
It's gonna be nice.
Vaguely.
I don't know if they need it. I want them to leave that. If you just gonna do a sitcom, do a sitcom. Don't
I want to be the real old white lady, the real old one. That's what I want to be.
Sophia.
Yeah,
I just don't want them to touch that classic. That classic is done. That one's done.
They need to just make a whole
just do a show. If you're gonna do a show, just do a show. Don't try to be the Golden Girls. It's done.
Redo stuff.
They already. I mean, what was the show that Betty White was on recently on TV Land? That was the new Golden Girls. They have already done a remake to that. That was a whole bunch of old white women that was doing.
Did and everything. That ain't right.
We don't need a black version of the Golden Girls because what is that going to be? A whole bunch of
I don't like it.
Girls?
I don't because it's showing a lack of creativity, and we're just not able to.
It did show a lack of creativity.
That's what I said. Well, it's going to be a whole bunch of tongue sucking and spoon throwing. I can't.
Like, are they going to age them, or are they going to be the age that they are?
So the people they chose is I mean, Tracy Ellis Ross is doing it, so they put that Tracy Ellis Ross, Regina King. Them two not even that old, and Dorothy and Alfred Woodard. Right. Alfred Woodard is the oldest one on the stage, and Sanaa Lathan.
It's gonna look real crazy. I think she's playing Sophia. Sanaa Lathan is playing the slutty one,
Blanche,
and Tracy is playing the one that's still alive, which is very disrespectful because the lady
Betty White.
Betty White, and then Regina King is playing
Dorothy.
Yeah.
Who's directing that?
But that's not. They're not even. All of them. Everybody from the Golden Girls was all over 55, and Sophia was playing an 80-something-year-old woman, and she wasn't actually 80, but they were all over 55. I don't think Regina King is older.
The old Betty was actually Betty White is the oldest one.
She was the oldest.
Yeah, she's outlived everybody.
I'm a real Golden Girl, so I need to play Sophia. Yeah, I need to. They need.
So maybe this isn't actually a show. It's just a reenactment, basically.
Okay.
So because it says join us, it's actually on now. Apparently, it's on now. It says join us in the Zoom where it happens Tuesday, September 8th at 6 p.m. Oh, so it's over. We missed.
So you made us miss it. Damn it. So was it like a live reenactment? Like they did for Good Times and the Jeffersons and All in the Family?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I thought it was like a show. They was doing a show, but I guess it's just a one. It's a one-off special.
It would be so whack with them.
And it's a live table read. So yeah,
okay.
I don't need to be present for that.
They're really interesting. They're really. I would let them do a table read. That would be funny. but not like a TV show. That would be horrible.
Yeah. So Monty did clarify that it's not a show. It's not a service.
Right, it's a table read. So they got their first script.
That's not.
So it could possibly become a show, but they wanted. I guess they want to present themselves to you first.
No, they were just bored during the quarantine. Just let them have that Zoom.
Somebody wrote a script though, so Tracy Ellis Ross must have wrote the script.
They just look like Rick Ross doing that. They was looking like Rick Ross.
So Kanye West is vowing that he's not crazy and he can prove it.
How can he prove it?
How can somebody crazy prove to me? How can someone crazy prove to me that they're not crazy?
And they're crazy.
I honestly don't think he's crazy. I think he knows what he's doing. People are using that as an excuse, but he knows what he's doing.
He says Kanye West vows to prove he has value despite his mental health issues. I'm not crazy.
Leave him alone. Y'all know
no, we can't leave him alone. We cannot leave him alone. He will not be getting left alone until November the 4th.
Left alone. I do not play about my man.
No, not until November 4th. When November 4th passes, then we'll leave him alone. But right now, he's becoming a problem, and somebody needs to deal with this problem.
Well, I mean, ultimately, he's not getting approved for I think Virginia didn't approve his presidential.
Yeah, but some of the other states did. Mississippi and states like that, they did approve him on the ballot, and that means you're taking votes from people that should be voting somewhere else.
And I'm gonna stand with my opinion. I think Trump put him up to this just so he can steal those votes. That I will agree with that.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past any of it because that's just who these people are. He's been trying to get meetings with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders turned him down. He tried to get it. Now he's looking to try to get a meeting with Joe Biden. And I say,
Kanye?
Yeah.
They're not gonna do it. If they were smart, they wouldn't do it.
I don't know what the meeting's going to be about because he's not even on the debate stages. So nobody cares about what you're talking about when he doesn't even get to debate the issue.
In order for him to, I think what he's looking after, they're giving him validity.
One at a time. When you see somebody else's mouth moving, then yours should not be.
I think him meeting with them will give them validity, and that's what he's trying to get. So if he gets a meeting with him, that validates him. That validates him to people. So that's all he's after.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to just.
But my thing is that he won't be able to be on the debate stage to even get his points out. So what is the point of running at this late stage? You have no platform. I'm not looking for Kanye for president.com. I'm busy.
Me neither.
But unfortunately, there will be people that will vote.
And
a lot of these black anarchists, they're going to vote for him.
Why Kanye to be versus president?
Wow, what?
I mean, I think he should stick to music.
You said why shouldn't he be president? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, why not?
See, because you got these kind of mental issues that he has, you might want him to be your president. I'm busy. Yes. I don't want nobody.
I think he should stick to music. I mean, people know him for his music. People are not checking for him to be your president or anything like that. He should just stick to music.
No, anybody that was prescribed Prozac should not be my president.
That's what I said. He should stick to music. It's just my opinion.
No, your current president is probably on some type of medication.
Oh, we know that.
Oh, we know that. But and that's why we regret. I don't regret my decision because I voted. But the people that should be regretting their decisions are the ones that sat home and did nothing because that's their fault. I did nothing.
That was me, and I regret that.
Okay, see, it's their fault. It's her fault.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I didn't vote either. Mimi didn't vote either.
Mimi didn't vote for Kanye.
You what? And see, but I know you're joking, but that would be a problem. That would be a problem for me.
No, and but some people, but Marty, some people are looking at it like, if you let Trump in there, why can't you let him in there?
Right, but is that a question? Is that a question? Like,
no, I was just making a statement.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know you know better. But is that the question for you? We let Trump in there, so why not Kanye? Mimi?
That's how people thinking. Okay.
Haven't you been through enough? Haven't you been through enough this year? Haven't you been through enough?
No.
You said no. I should delete you off this system. You're the kind of person that I actually don't want to talk to anymore. You can be on that list.
Oh, jeez.
I'm serious. I'm completely serious right now. I am cutting people off. Let me find out who you voted for and it wasn't in the right lane. Fuck you.
And see, that's the issue that I had with some of these black people. Like, they're not showing their hand.
I'm getting ready to have a lot less friends. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh shit!
Family included. Family included. Because I'm not for the bullshit no more. This is bullshit. I'm sitting here watching 190,000 people dead. Fuck that. You're out of here. Bitch, you can go die in a corner because I'm not having it.
We just had 300 and some odd cases just today.
Right.
It's in Maryland.
I'm not having it. This is ludicrous, and y'all making a mockery of the democratic of a process that's supposed to help you, and you're supposed to help yourself. Help your damn self.
Mm-hmm.
Do some research. Stop electing people that don't know what the fuck they doing.
Right.
That's the problem. Everybody kept saying we need a businessman in office. We need a business. This businessman to let 190,000 people die. You still want this businessman to be running your life? Are you crazy? This motherfucker over here making music and putting devil beats in the music, and you want him to be your president? He think he a pastor. That man think he's a pastor right now. He's nuts.
You know what the first thing?
Yeah, he do have a church.
The first thing
he does, fucking nuts.
If he becomes president, Mimi, if he becomes president, Kanye is gonna be too interested in redecorating the White House than he is solving problems that we have in this country.
That's right.
He's not gonna care.
That's right.
He's gonna want to update the national anthem, shit like that. He's not gonna care about your everyday problems.
It's the national anthem gonna be lit. If Kanye becomes president, the national anthem is gonna be lit. The Statue of Liberty gonna
be lit. The fact that you got on that black and white shirt, the fact that you got on that black and white shirt, that's what is gonna be your common wear when Kanye becomes president. You're gonna wear black and white every single day for the rest of your life.
No, she's gonna be like she is on that chair behind her. She gonna have to resort to that.
She got on pink in the chair. And Kanye is gonna outlaw colors. It's not gonna be no more. Everything is gonna be dreary like his life.
Yeah, I can't take it. I can't.
No more wigs.
No more wigs. It's gonna be burlap sacks for everyone.
Yeah.
Let that man be president. Let him be.
No, why? Okay, let me ask you this question, Mimi. Why do you think he deserved? Because you have to be deserving of this office, I believe.
That's
why do you think he deserves to be president? And it can't be because he's a U.S. citizen, because a lot of U.S. citizens hate their mouths wired.
Mm-hmm. Herman, he's one of the greatest producers.
That does not qualify. That strike one. Give me next one. What's next?
Mental issues.
What's next?
Mental issues.
So everybody here got mental issues. Mental issues. Just because you got mental issues don't make you a president. And then you don't want that mental issues person to be around that red button. I do not want the mental issues person to have control of the red button. Huh?
They did that already. They got Trump. And he's not taking his medication either.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Go ahead. What happened? What else? What else is his credentials?
For one, Trump is not the only crazy president. It was a whole lot of crazy presidents.
But
right. So we don't want to go back. So we don't want to keep the common scheme. We don't want the common scheme to continue with crazy presidents.
Right.
Since he's been in office, it's been so many people dead.
Crazy black man being.
But this is the one president that has the most deaths under his belt. Like, come on.
The most deaths.
Yeah. Of his own people.
Of his own people. Not even in a war scenario. This ain't even a war type scenario. This is people that are living their daily lives that are just dying.
The crazy part is there are people who feel like this, who like, well, I mean, anybody can be president. I'm up the
right. And that should not be the case.
What about me?
Hell no.
Girl.
Girl.
Jesus ain't say that.
I would
Jesus ain't say that. Jesus ain't say that. Jesus ain't say that. Jesus ain't say that.
Jesus did not say that.
Because I would shoot you.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Bang, bang.
You said bang bang. Listen. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Listen,
I think I make the world great. The whole world. I ain't talking about just America. I'm talking about the world.
He could be past the West in the woods with his followings. I would rather, you know what I mean? I would see him on the Kardashian show, and that's
canceled. They canceling that now. That
got canceled.
You can't even go on that.
Oh, keep it up with the Kardashians. Keep it up with the Kardashians got canceled.
My point exactly. Why?
Done.
They just made a lot of money.
Why they get canceled, money?
I don't know. I just heard on myself.
I don't know. It just showed up.
That's my point exactly. If they cancel that, what really makes you think that he gonna make it in office?
Or they probably canceled it because he's running.
Right. I think he should be. He's best being a producer, and he could be past the West in the woods. But I'm good.
Yeah, he got a little.
Oh, but because they didn't get canceled. They canceled it themselves too.
Yeah, they canceled it themselves.
Oh,
they probably.
I mean, he cool.
They probably moved to another station.
Listen.
Oh, but they got one more season. It's one more season coming.
Oh, okay, cool.
Season 20. They're ending it with season 20.
I like Kanye West, and I like some of his music. But as far as president, like Marty said, I think it needs to be somebody in there that knows about what they're doing.
Stop it,
No, it do. It needs to be somebody in there that knows.
Right. What does Kanye West know about foreign affairs?
I don't know what they doing because let me tell y'all something.
What does Kanye West know about foreign affairs?
The president does not make all the damn decisions like that. He gotta go under everybody else. Everybody else gotta make decisions for the president. It's a big fucking.
Well, that's not how it works.
Stop watching Fox.
Right? Because that's not how it works. The final decision does drop into the president's lap because they the one that sign. They the one that sign bills into law.
I know my.
Hey, Mimi.
Don't ever play with me like that.
Mimi. No, you don't tell me to wait because my name is on the banner. I tell you to wait. It's the other way around. You still talking. You still talking. I got Arsenal over here, and I love using it. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? We can't hear you though.
Hang up on your ass.
That's just ridiculous. You're not thinking about the whole country. We just sensationalizing that seat, that office, and it's ridiculous. The world is laughing at us right now. We're not.
Yes, they are.
We're not taking seriously.
But here's the funny part. Do you remember when Kanye first said he was running for president? The automatic and simultaneous laughter that happened when he said that. Like it was like everybody was like shocked and like this is audacious. Like what is going on? Like why would he say something like that? And then he was serious. Then you come to find out later on he was serious. And now we like, oh, wait, hold on. Not like it's not a good thing. Like no one's happy about it. Like sit your ass down at Shepherd Bread.
And Shepherd Bread.
I wish you could commit people. I really wish you could commit people.
Shit, get him a 5150. Call the police 3 times. From his own cell phone.
I can't. Right, from his own cell phone.
Lord.
Can I hold your phone for a minute?
I'm about to call him back in. They gonna tell you kill yourself again, Marty. You need to die.
I'm prepared because I'm tired of stupid. And there's a lot of stupid people, especially the Trump supporters. There we go. I said it. Stupid. Asshole.
And it's the Trump
supporters. I'm trying to get them on the show. I'm trying to get some of them to come on here and talk.
And it's the people that are hiding their hand as Trump supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst ones.
Those are the worst ones, the sneaky ones.
Those are the people that are making it hard for us right now.
See, it's so good. I mean, you have to be so lucky that I'm not a vigilante, right? Because people
Marty,
like
and Lindsay, you still on the phone?
I'm here.
You don't have to call everybody name. Just say what you got to say. It's talk lately. Just come on.
Right here.
Right.
Come on in. I'm getting ready to set them down right here. I got Trump supporter. Here you go.
Yeah.
Sit down.
You a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Trump giving that bag up, baby. Hey.
I just wish for a gun to shoot myself in the face.
Yo, everybody got food stamps this year. Everybody got that stimulus check.
No, everybody.
One stimulus. No,
you got a
Everybody did
stimulus
not
check
get
that you gonna pay back.
everybody did not. No.
No, that's not true.
$1,000 your food stamp card.
You got. Seriously, are you seriously supporting Trump? Seriously?
He eating KFC. Yeah, he supported.
Yeah, I should have. I should have known as soon as I seen the cup.
That's still even have good Wi-Fi. That's
let him say why. Let him say why.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear why. Go ahead. Come on.
He's the man. He speaks. He says stuff nobody wants to hear, and he'll stand on it.
So that makes him worthy of your vote because he says lies and stands on it.
I'm not at all.
Huh?
Because my vote doesn't count.
Your vote don't.
I'm. You know what?
Why your vote don't count?
Right.
My vote because it's not democracy. It's these people are store bought and put in place by people who got a whole lot more money than we got.
It sounds like they've been talking to Jungle. Like anybody that get that news from Jungle.
God!
I'm not for it.
Turn your camera back on me.
I'm not. See, and these are the people who are infiltrating our system.
Zoom didn't even want to hear it.
They don't. They cut it out. They cut a slam out. My God, it's scary.
Mimi, turn your camera back on.
People that look like us that have those feelings because they're getting that propaganda news from somebody's Facebook post opposed to actual factual information.
Right. So what about the lady? What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Gabe, the one that's supposed to be giving us the money for the slaves.
Kamala Harris.
Yes. So
what people not
listen.
She giving what?
Get that money, okay?
What happened?
I'm saying, like, okay, so what is anybody saying? Like, how? I wonder if anybody's even considering voting for her. You know what I mean? Trump supporter. Because she's giving up that bag too, supposedly.
Who are you talking about?
She's talking about Kamala Harris, man.
No, I don't think Kamala is against reparations. So I
thought she was for them.
No, she said she's not for or against. She says she's for everyone to get it. You know, I mean, if she's moved past that because we all should have actually moved past that because at this point, I don't know why you even expect to get anything and what would you get? That's what she said. How would you determine what the reparations would be at this point? Right. Because then you have to factor in inflation. Then you got to go back in time and figure out what they would have given you then. How do you figure that out?
My point is the fact that it was said, right? So is he just said as a Trump supporter that, you know, he giving up bags. He giving up that bag. So, okay.
But he's not giving up anything. That's the thing. This is taxpayer money. We're giving ourselves back what we put in.
But I'm saying, in his mind, Trump gave us that money. So that's what I'm saying.
That's why I say that, and that's why I asked, are you covering up his lies and trying to make them true?
Tell him hit you up next tax season when he got to pay that $1,200 back. Or pay taxes on that $1,200.
You made me say that name. I have to delete that name from my vocabulary.
45.
I had to delete that name from my vocabulary.
So Mimi, if he makes the ballot in Maryland, are you going to vote for Kanye West? Mimi.
It says connecting. Okay, there she go.
Mimi.
She muted.
Mimi.
Oh. I think
she's not muted no more. Mimi.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was trying to get it. Y'all know I'm just new to this. I'm new to it. I know y'all saying me. Yeah, so we had a Trump supporter. I got a Trump supporter right here. Monty, Nate, y'all met him already. Nah.
Well, he's not even a Trump supporter because he's not voting. So how are you supporting Trump and you're not even voting?
because he probably supported them the first time or something. I don't know. He said he already in there. He already got his bag. He already got it.
I hope he don't have
What bag did he
Y'all
get?
don't get that shit.
Everything.
What bag did he get?
Some gave us.
He already was a billionaire.
Because food stamps are not a bag. I'm sorry.
Y'all wanted Trump supporters. I'm giving y'all Trump supporter.
No, I never asked you for no Trump supporter, and they wouldn't dare show
Y'all
up
said
here.
y'all wanted them to call in and tell you if you wanted to die.
No, I said no. No one said for them to call in. No one said that. I said they called. We told you a story about them calling in because what I was saying about Trump. No one asked them to call in.
Asses out. Don't talk about my motherfucking peoples like that, you Trump motherfucking bitch ass motherfucker.
Wait a minute, calm down. We still on Facebook. Can't cuss like that on Facebook no more. That's a
you feel me? You feel me though, Leslie?
Oh gosh.
Hey Leslie, you feel me though?
No,
I hear you. I hear you.
Don't act stupid.
Get me out of here.
I hear you, sister.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. What did I get myself into today?
Hear me now.
We're laughing about this, but there are a growing
So I want my
amount
question
of
answered though.
African
I want my
Americans.
I want my question answered. So Mimi, if Kanye West makes it onto the Maryland ballot, is that who you are voting for?
If Kanye makes it to the Maryland ballot, I will vote for Kanye West. Yes, I will.
Wow.
Who said, "Oh my God"?
I did. Wow.
I breathed hard.
And I said, "Oh my God."
Excuse me, Nate. Why can't? All right,
I didn't say you can. You can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. Ain't nobody gonna be holding your hand.
I'm voting for Sheila.
Sheila is done, honey. The mayor is already done. That's done. Let go.
Okay, so who is on the Maryland ballot?
Oh my God.
Well, we see she didn't.
I haven't even been on Facebook, yo. I haven't been.
You don't vote on Facebook, baby.
It's all Facebook. I don't want to look on all that stuff right now. I'm trying. My mental health is very important. Also,
you can't vote on Facebook, Mimi.
Nate. My mental health is also important.
That's it. I told you why she was voting for somebody that's nuts. Nuts, no nuts.
They do have
everybody is nuts.
Nuts, no nuts.
I don't understand why y'all don't understand that.
Nuts, no nuts.
Everybody got problems.
She's voting for her kinfolk. Nuts, no nuts.
Don't bring me into that.
I'm voting for Marnie.
I'm not on the ballot. I'm not nuts.
So when you get.
It's scary because there are a lot of people who are playing with their votes like that. Like at some point, you got grandchildren, you got children out there. Like you got to start thinking about them and tomorrow. And
who you talking to?
Everybody. Anybody
that was general.
that is thinking about him as a possible candidate.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Do y'all remember like Bush and all them? Y'all.
Right.
Y'all don't know how psychotic them people were.
And none of us
remember them, and none of us voted for Bush. I didn't vote for Bush.
That's what he still was president, though.
Right. So you got to make a different choice. You got to make better decisions on what you do. It's not about who was president. See, that's the thing. It's not about who was president. If we had enough votes for Bush not to be in office, that's who would have won.
Yeah.
So it means something. It means something when you throw your vote away. So if you're not going to pick the best choice out of the bunch and go with a Kanye West, who is the actually bottom of the least of the best, he's not even in the best list. He hasn't seen a list of best people before in his life.
Y'all forgot about Nixon.
I wasn't Nixon. What are you talking about?
History of America, you guys.
I don't know what your point is. What is your point? We're talking about the future of America, not the past of America. So if you're going to make a dumb decision in the future, we're going to tell you about it in the present. If you're making a dumb decision for the future, we're going to tell you about it in the present. You voting for Kanye West is a dumb fucking decision.
Nate's committing suicide.
You're so crazy. What is wrong with you, Mimi?
Yes, you is crazy as shit.
I think you're crazy to do, but go back over east for another 6 months.
I wasn't over there for 6 months. I wasn't over there for 6 months.
Go up north.
They go up north.
That's crazy.
I might go over the West Coast.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, go coast. You said West Coast.
West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just go here to Texas. They nuts too.
Yeah.
I know. No, they too big for me. They too big for I'm little. I shit. All them big people. No.
We're laughing and joking, but there are people who actually feel like they do. It really is.
Yeah.
And there's a growing number of people who really feel that way. And
right, because they vote in. I don't even
theory.
understand what the intention is behind the vote. So, Mimi, that's why I'm trying to focus on you. Mimi. When you choose your president, right? How do you make the decision on who you choose as a president? How do you do that? Because
but they're not even voting.
Are you voting?
For one, I did vote. I did vote.
That sounds like you did vote before. You voted before in your lifetime. That don't seem like you voted recently.
Yes. Wait a minute. Wait. And I will still vote. Okay. Because I
promise.
I will still vote.
You promise you're gonna vote.
But
you promise.
And he swear.
I don't trust it.
Right, that nail looks janky.
What you say?
Yes, janky.
That nail need to be fixed. My nail gonna get fixed. Why?
Oh, it is broken.
Motherfuckers. Hey, nah. Check this out.
You want to talk to Naya? Go ahead.
I will vote. Right? I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to pick the best person.
Okay.
But if certain people is on that ballot, like I said, if Kanye West is on there,
okay,
he got my vote.
But
so
why?
If he doesn't make the ballot, who you voting for?
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
I have to find out. Now that y'all got me into
my God.
rules,
like you should have been know. You should know. At this point, you should know. At this point, though, seriously, I
know you ain't saying Bernie
September the
Sanders
8th.
or Oprah.
You kind of already
Who
should
else?
already.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who the fuck else?
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I almost deleted you off the slide. You almost just got kicked out. You almost got kicked out.
Who else running for president?
He says Schwarzenegger.
Why is it that it's September the 8th?
Yeah, I want to know.
Why is it September the 8th and you don't know who's running for president?
I have not been following up on that. I got other stuff. Nobody is really fair.
So do you know anybody that's running for president right now besides Kanye West?
I'm being serious.
He is truly. Do you hear me, Nate? This guy in her background is truly a Trump supporter. He calling him Sleepy Joe and everything. It's sickening. My stomach hurts.
Oh, I'm asking to the gentleman that's in the back. Do you have your own business? Do you run your own business? He does.
Yes, he does. You want to come back?
What kind of business do you run?
Because
we got transportation, we got clothes, we got hoes.
Give us names. I need names so I can look them up in the registry.
You got hoes.
He said I got hoes. I'm leaving.
Got hoes. Okay.
That's not a business. That's a convicted. That's a felony.
That's hustling.
That's a business since the beginning of time.
That's a felony.
Not if they all get off the coronavirus.
That's hustle and flow. It's hard out here for.
That sounds like that's how the coronavirus is spreading.
Baby, I'm telling you.
So, are you voting? Are you actually going to vote?
He's not.
Yeah, if they really need my vote, yeah.
I think he got all right. So, here. Let me give you some information. Let me give you some information. Election day is November 17th. Okay, write that down.
11/17.
We know.
Yeah, that's my people's birthday.
Oh,
yeah,
good. Show up at the polling place at 9 a.m. on November 17th, and we got.
So a lot of
Trump is in there. Trump
this
will be in
me.
there.
You got like you got 15 different parties, but you only hear about 2.
Right.
Well, who are you voting for?
What's wrong with that?
I go green, but who's the Green Party? Who's the guy?
There's no Green Party this
Never
year.
see the guy or the lady, whoever.
There's no Green Party this year.
So a lot of people,
a
lot of people, individuals that think like you do, only can contribute what Trump did for them this year. Do y'all know he been president for the last 4 years?
Yeah,
but
he got out of jail.
But here's the thing about it. But you don't even. Apparently, you don't remember the circumstance of why he had to do so much for you this year.
He got white people killing each other, man. Man, he got all mama.
White people killing each other? Where that's on the news?
Genocide.
Dude killed 500 white people at the country show.
Yeah.
Under Trump's rule.
Oh, you ain't know about that?
White people
Y'all
losing their
forgot
mind.
about that.
You seen when he gave a speech? Half the people sat down, half the people stood up.
Y'all forgot about that, though.
White people disrespecting another white person on TV.
Beating the shit out of
you never seen that before.
This is our America.
And it's still happening.
Okay, switch seats. Switch seats.
Switch
seats again.
And on that note,
yes.
No, don't continue. No, don't continue. You and Mimi switch seats again.
Yes, it's
on that note.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't
Thanks.
let all the ignorance out. The white people let all the ignorance. Trump got all
white
the
people
ignorance
did.
out of white.
You sure it was the white people?
Huh?
You sure it was the white people?
So your answer is no, because you just got quiet.
Whoever the fuck it was.
I want to know what y'all drinking over there. What are y'all smoking
Everything.
over there?
Everything.
Hey, Lizzie.
Y'all
Hey,
lit over there
If it
right
come in
now.
a shorty, that's what they're drinking.
You said what?
If it come in a shorty, that's
I
what they
sure hope
drinking.
that's
Yeah, they
I
doing
sure,
something over there.
I sure
Y'all
hope that's a
some
smoking
mad
room you
dogs.
in. I sure hope that's a smoking room you in.
Free C murder, baby.
Free C murder. Now, I can agree with that one, but other than that,
Yes.
I sure
Other than
hope
that-
I want to get this in here. I sure hope that's a smoking room you in.
Of course, I got smoking. I mean, he's smoking this weed. Yeah.
No, the room you're in. I hope you in a smoking
well,
room.
there's no such thing
Yes.
as smoking rooms in Maryland.
Okay.
It is.
There's no such
It is
thing.
so.
It is.
I'm
It
in
is
it
smoking
right
room. If they
now.
still got smoking rooms in Maryland.
Look, I come with
I don't know
age
where
range.
at the hotel.
Is that a motel? That must be a motel.
Yeah,
No, it's
Yeah,
not a
because the
motel.
hotels I go to are not smoking.
No, this is a hotel.
It's
And
not
I
name brand.
was in a mosey.
It ain't name brand.
That must be over there on 40 East.
Yes, it
That's
is.
over there on 40 East.
Y'all so funny, bro.
Oh shit!
Yes. Oh, I
What?
forgot. I
What?
forgot.
What now?
It could be.
What
It
now?
could be a name brand. I think it's something like a
That
Best
was just a
Western.
lot. Just that was
You know what? You know it's a name brand. It's all across the goddamn United States.
Right, Best Western. I know.
That's what is it though? What's the sixth one? Motel 6?
Right.
It's a Best Western. It's a Howard.
Somebody at that
It's a Howard Johnson.
Motel 6.
She at the Howard
Somebody
Johnson.
North Avenue Motel.
She at the Howard Johnson.
Ooh, y'all,
Him
They don't
Who
have
at that mother house? Who in the basement somewhere?
I'm in the
they over
basement.
there.
I'm in the basement right now.
I'm
They over there at the motel. That's that North Avenue Motel.
Ew.
Girl, that
That
hotel.
motherfucker is trifling.
That
Look
hotel
at that
smell
there.
like.
That looks like a motel in North
I
Avenue.
be-
Look at that
I
thing.
would be scared to go in there, y'all. I wrote past it. I'd be like, ew, what is going on? The North Avenue.
What's on that
Oh my
picture
God,
behind
that
you?
North
That's what's
Avenue
going on.
joint right across the
Is
street
you
from
did she ever answer my
McDonald's or
question
something
about
like
the
that. You
Oh,
went over there before?
do you?
Yo,
All right,
ever
Mimi,
go
Mimi,
over
focus,
there. Don't
focus,
ever go-
focus. Come back to the light. Come back to the light.
All right, what's up?
I think my question, my last question was, do you know who else is on the ballot?
I know
Can
what
you
it
name
is.
one other person on the ballot?
I'm not by Hollandtown.
Mm-hmm.
He just was mentioning some hotels.
Uh-huh.
I mean Mosey's. They call it Mosey's. They not really called hotels. I'm in a hotel. But they was there, the Mosey Wozies.
How many
I'm
floors?
on
How many
that.
floors? How many floors
Yeah.
the hotel got?
Two.
She can't come.
No, Mimi, focus over here.
I am.
Over here. Look at the flashing light. How many floors does the hotel have?
Stop playing with me, Nate. It does not have 2 floors. God damn.
It got one? What, it got one?
It's 8. It's 8.
It's 8 floors. Okay, that would be considered a hotel because hotels
yes,
do have
it
to
is.
have more than.
So stop playing with me. I won't even stay at Emoji.
When you came to the room, is the room indoors?
Yes, it is. Because I don't stay at an Audi. Indoors, because I can't do an Audi.
Like you can't pull up to your room and just walk in, right?
No, fuck
money.
Because that would make it.
I need money.
That's down there by Monty House, though. That's what
I need you to slide a little bit that way.
Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Nah. Monty, the only reason why Monty is saying that, because his ass was in one of them goddamn rooms before.
See,
I have been in a motel before. Yes,
right
I've been in a motel before. I've been to Kings Dominion. I've drove down 95.
I'm gonna need for you, Monty, to slide a little bit. Yeah, that way. Keep going.
Why?
Keep going over.
You want me to leave?
Boom. You was in the shade, the tree, the shady tree. You was shade. Shady boots today, honey.
I was just trying to get some clarification on what kind of room this was. That's all.
I'm not doing this. I am not doing this.
Look at that chair.
But the only thing is that
we don't argue about hotels.
I know. I was just trying to figure out right because I know hotels, but like you said, Lindsay, like you said, hotels typically do not have smoking rooms. That's why I was trying to figure out.
Because they tried to charge my ass $300 for doing it.
Motels typically have smoking rooms. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how are you smoking in this hotel room? Because if you're up on a certain level, you're not supposed to be allowed to smoke. So either you're on the second or the first floor.
Sounds like a Motel 6 to me.
Yeah.
Because those windows don't open. That's why you're not allowed to smoke.
No.
Yeah.
Look at that chair behind. That's telling me everything I need to know.
Put a wet towel.
That's a picture. She got the green screen picture on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, look. This has been good, but we got 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Mimi.
Yes.
Remember when I said focus? Because you asked to be here, so get here.
All right, I'm here.
I don't even know where I want to go from here. I don't even want to talk to you about your voting rights because I just don't understand people like you that don't know what's going on in your surroundings. Do you like living in America?
I do like living in America because if I was somewhere else, I would like to live other places too.
I mean, do you like living in America today, like with everything going on?
Yes, I do. But listen, it's some countries that I see that I would never want to ever visit or never want to go by their
My
rules.
question was based on the state of America right at this
moment.
Yes,
I do. I love to live. Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine right here.
Okay.
My kids are here. My family is here. We're Indian. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Monty. So I really do enjoy being here. That's all I know. The soil is great here. The air, is good here. What? It is good here. What you talking about? It's some dry ass countries. Some dry ass shit. People fucking walking around fucking dirty and looking crazy sometimes. And a lot of marks and shit, like people be getting cut up and shit. Heads cut off, man. If you cheat on a motherfucker, the head get cut off, man.
Is that something that just popped in your that just popped in your head and you just felt it was okay to just say something like that? When the question was about America and you talking about heads being cut off,
it don't
like
I mean, your head can
I'm trying to find the correlation.
But
your ear can still get cut off here too. But if I was messing with somebody and I end up like cheating or something like that, I don't plan on my ear getting cut off. These girls be knowing that shit. Like, if I do this, my ear gonna get cut off, and they still do it. And their ear gets chopped up. Y'all see that shit on the internet? Y'all act like I'm playing or
see,
something.
this is the person. See, these are that right there. I'm just gonna point it. I'm gonna point right here. That right there is the reason why I'm getting ready to lose a lot of friends.
No, what I do?
Because YouTube got y'all heads fucked up.
Yeah, they smoking some good stuff over there. I don't know what.
I do not get it. I don't know why y'all y'all feel like it's a good thing to learn from YouTube. I don't know why y'all feel like that's the place that I'm gonna learn stuff.
No,
they're not even going to YouTube. That's somebody's Facebook post.
That too. I mean, that's the same thing.
I gotta start researching some of these sources because they're not accurate and they're not credible.
Why don't you just? If you are a resource teacher, right? If you're a resource teacher, why don't you tell me stuff? Why don't you tell me what I need to know?
Oh no! You're not gonna put that on him. No, because you got access to this show right here every day of your life. You got access to learn stuff about yourself. You got a phone. You just got an iPhone, so you know how to look up stuff and be better at doing that. It don't make that doesn't.
Look how they getting up on me, like nah.
Because you are the one that's uninformed. You are the uninformed person. You will be what they call.
Don't do
Say something stupid, Monty. I swear to God.
What you gonna do?
Oh, Jesus.
Just like I told that man, just like I told them callers on the phone, just like I told them callers on the phone. Listen here, just like I told them callers on the phone, I'm in Baltimore.
They was in
what you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Money's scared for everybody to come around him because he think everybody got the coronavirus.
Everybody got it. Everybody got it until I see the negative test.
I was tested. I don't have it.
I was tested.
You still got it. I don't have it. I don't see your proof. I never seen your paperwork.
I'm an essential worker, so I have to get tested on the regular.
I don't care. I don't know what the hell that means. I'm not an essential worker. I'm at home.
What's wrong? So I'm just saying I have to get tested on the regular, so I don't have it.
Well, whatever.
I've
never seen your paperwork. You got it.
Ain't got nothing.
This has been an interesting show,
hasn't it? It's more like a phone call. There's no order here.
Yeah,
order, and I disagree with that only because I think we need to see how many people that look like us that are out there that are, in my opinion, throwing away votes.
It's not even just about vote. It's not even the vote at this point. You throwing away your life. This is you risked your life for this. This is your life being at risk.
Yes.
It's not even about the vote. I mean, the vote is the mechanism. The vote is the mechanism. The fact that you are uninformed the way you are, though, Mimi, no, seriously, all jokes aside, the way that you're uninformed right now today about the country that you live in and the things that's happening around you, this should be a lesson that you should learn and try to do better. Because I'm talking to you, Amira. I'm talking to Amira. I'm talking to Amira Howard.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You just asked this resource teacher, what you call him. You just asked this resource teacher to inform you. I'm doing it right now, but I'm doing it in the fact that I'm going to read your ass for filth because you should know better being in your mid-30s. You should know better.
Honey.
You know what? You know what? Check this out.
I'm done checking. I'm done checking.
I can talk about so much shit, right?
And none of it be right. But none of it be right. That's the problem. You can talk about whatever you want, but if it's incorrect, it's not gonna work.
Because I know I'm being heard. I cannot say but so much on this motherfucker like y'all don't want me saying. Don't say this. Don't say that.
No one told you not to say anything, but when you say something,
I'm Lindsay. Mind your business.
Oh, this is my business. You've been talking the
whole
show.
This is what we're here to do. The show is called Talk Like You sound. Let me say this real quick. because you sound. You want to know who you sound like?
I'm uninformed, money.
But do you want to know who you sound like?
Know what I know.
You sound just like. Listen, Mimi.
You don't know who else is on the ballot, though.
You sound like every last.
I don't know. Y'all can tell me that.
Mimi. You sound like every last. You sound like every last one of those Trump supporters that called. Everything that you said tonight sounds just like every last one of those Trump supporters that called.
For sure, y'all know that. Y'all know that.
Nah is over there. She is over.
Yeah, and at work,
Nah is listening to music at this point. She's not even
nothing but Trump and Pence. I see Trump and Trump. So I don't see nobody else. I don't see Kanye. I don't see this person, that person. I see.
We see your nails. 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 Your nails. We see your nails. Pull them back. Pull them back. No, pull them back.
Oh, they ugly.
I'm amazed.
Yeah, that's from hard work.
Don't go for Sleepy Joe.
I'm amazed.
Okay.
He wants you locked
Yeah,
up.
Trump.
Yeah, he wants you locked up if you doing illegal things.
So how many else y'all want? Y'all want me to say something else about who else on there? Because I know who on there. I don't have to say that shit. I don't have to say who the fuck on there. Y'all know I don't.
Who on there?
Okay, moving on.
I already named one. Who y'all gonna vote for?
I'm sorry, I was amazed over here. That was me being amazed.
Oh, that's what that sound was?
No, that was his visual cue.
Oh.
You see your ponytail. Don't show your ponytail. Don't show your ponytail.
I'm amazed.
You better not show that little motherfucker.
I'll get it. I guess I will never get it. Like the uninformed are taking over.
So moving on. What's the next topic?
I need everybody. If y'all haven't watched this show, the show is called 3%. It's on Netflix.
I do have.
If you watch that show, that is where him and her background and her, that's where they both would live in the in the mainland of the 3% people. They would be a part of the 97%, which were homeless, hungry, and destitute.
That is not the next show.
Like that.
That's where they would live. They would live in the mainland, and I'm gonna be over there with the 3%ers. I just ain't gonna treat y'all the same way.
But I do have a question.
And your world is gonna be like that. It's not gonna be like that in our world.
I do have a question.
Yeah, y'all not gonna handle work. I know y'all gonna be trying to find another place to live.
But I actually do have a question. Mimi, hold on. I do have a question. I am a mix because I've been off of Facebook because I've been working for the last 3 months on a project, and I haven't really been on it as much. But as I'm like searching through it now, I'm noticing a lot of Black people who are against Black Lives Matter, and I'm confused.
That's fucked up.
Okay, that's a good
point. I don't understand something that was built to defend our rights. We're now talking against it the same way.
Check this out, Nate. How about this? How about
Can
when
you
I'm
let him
packing
finish?
somebody's stuff? How about when I'm packing somebody product, right?
But can you let him finish first? Can you let him finish what he was going to say?
Listen.
No, you listen. I keep telling you, stop telling me to listen. I need you to listen and let him finish what he was getting ready to say.
No, because he made a point.
He did not finish. You cut him off.
I think Lindsay had a point. It was just my question. Basically, is
okay? I'm gonna tell you why, Nate. I can answer that because I was confused at first myself as to why people aren't supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. I was very confused until I read the mission statement.
Okay.
The mission statement says that I, as a cisgender female, have an advantage over a transgender female.
Okay.
They're saying that Black Lives Matter is not for the straight heterosexual man. They're saying there's an agenda to wipe out the heterosexual man, which I don't necessarily believe that, but I'm just telling you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What you mean you necessarily don't believe it?
Are you saying this is the mission statement?
It was on the mission statement. It's in the mission statement. It's in the mission statement somewhere. Just look it up. Say that we have an advantage over transgender females because we were born, female, assigned female at birth. And that's why a lot of heterosexual men are not supporting the Black Lives Matter movement because they don't feel it's for them. For the LGBTQ community.
Well, no, because that's actually against the LGBT community. Because that's infiltration from within. Because those cisgendered lesbians that created Black Lives Matter are then saying they have an advantage over.
But that goes back to people being misinformed.
Yeah, that's actually the same side fighting within itself. That has nothing.
Yeah, well, that goes on in the LGBT community. You know that there's a problem with that community too.
But how does that affect heterosexual men if they're fighting amongst themselves?
I can't explain.
Check this out. Check this out,
men are not.
Wait a minute.
You don't know what you're talking about right now.
Mimi, hold on. Lizzie, I was trying to get the understanding because it sounds like selective outrage, and it sounds like if that's what the mission statement says, that's not saying anything about cisgendered men. It has a lot to do with cisgendered women having an issue with transgender individuals.
Yes.
But what does that have to do with?
I can't explain. See, I can't explain the rage.
She's saying about wiping out.
I can't explain the rage as far as
you gotta listen to her. Listen to her instead of trying to cut her off and block it out.
Mimi, that's what you're doing right now. Calm down, Lindsay. Go ahead.
What I was saying was I can't explain the outrage between heterosexual men and the LGBT community. I can't explain it. It's something that goes on. We all know it goes on, but I didn't understand it myself, so I looked into it because I couldn't understand why they would have an issue with it. But a lot of them are calling it Black Lesbians Matter instead of Black Lives Matter because it was started by lesbians and because they don't feel protected as straight Black men. This is what I read.
So had they not found out that these two lesbians, or actually three, I believe, started this, would they still feel the same way about this movement? Does the movement change because of the creative now being revealed?
Yeah, basically that's what a lot of the straight Black men are saying.
Well, I pulled it up. So here's what part of this mission.
I want to know why is it all?
Girl, if you cut me off one more time, we're gonna say sayonara to your ass. That was your last time cutting me off when my name is in the host column. Okay. All right. We now have known. We got it. We got that covered. That's everybody on the same page.
Agreed.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So I pulled it up, and here's what it says. It's very long. It's like 10 different paragraphs for the mission. I don't know why. But on the transgender part, it says, we are self-reflective and do the work required to dismantle cisgender privilege and uplift Black trans folk, especially Black trans women who continue to be disproportionately impacted by trans antagonistic violence. So that's the trans one, and there was another one I wanted to read. And then it says, we foster a queer affirming network. When we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual unless he or she or they disclose otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And this is within the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, that's a part of that mission statement.
Yeah,
but none of that was against. None of what I just said was against.
No, but that's how a lot of the heterosexual men are taking it because a lot of them have issues with their sexuality, and I'm not going to spinning it.
But it also said, but before that, before what I just read is this: we are guided by the fact that all Black lives matter, regardless of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression, economic status, ability, disability, religious beliefs or disbeliefs, migration status or location.
Yeah, they still mad though.
But they do the same thing with religion. Like you interpret it based on your own insecurities. Before you knew these lesbians created this organization for all of us, you didn't have any issue with it. But the moment it became against your narrative, then now we gotta discredit them. We gotta totally discredit them. And people aren't even reading, as Marnie just did, they're not even reading the mission statement. They're going off what someone else posted as an opinion about what they didn't read, what they heard about. So this game of telephone is making us look ridiculous in the eyes of the people who are already suppressing them. It's really going to be harmful to us, because the same thing that happened to the Black Panthers are then going to happen to this Black Lives Matter movement. And they've been doing more for us than the NAACP, than any other organization that is supposedly for us in this moment. That's been the only thing that has allowed legal action to happen against police officers and anybody else who has discriminated against us. And I just think it's incredible that we can now, because I just start seeing people who have been wearing the Black Lives Matter t-shirts and all of those things now against it. And I have been seeing more Black males against it, but how does that make sense? How do we justify that in this movement?
Especially if you go around saying it. Especially if you are.
Let me say something real quick.
Very precious.
I'm gonna get off of it and I'm gonna listen. But let me say something real quick, because at my job, I will not say where, but we get orders and we have the I Can't Breathe, the Black Lives Matter, all of that stuff, but it's not a Black person wearing that stuff in the profile. And the profile, when you're ordering it, it's actually a white person modeling it.
I think
they're
they should
actually
be wearing
the
it.
people that's
And what's wrong with
white
that?
people are actually the white people are actually the people that's supporting it. They're actually the people that
right. And what's wrong with that?
Listen, that's something wrong. It's gotta be something wrong with that. It's nothing wrong, but it gotta be something wrong with that. It gotta be. Listen to me. Let me break my point.
Come on, timetable, clock. Spit it out. Shit.
All right. So why when you're trying to support something, right? And you're looking for a shirt that say Black Lives Matter, and you go on a profile or the store, the online store, and you see a white person wearing it.
Okay.
What is that?
What's wrong with that?
Why is it not a Black person wearing that shirt? Why is it not?
It's not a Black person
or a
that
beautiful
needs to hear
Black
the message.
woman wearing that shirt.
But it's not a Black person that needs to hear that message. It's a white person that needs to hear.
So the person that's being depicted in the picture.
That could be true.
The person that's being depicted in the picture is the person that believes the message.
But when somebody, I believe when somebody go on that website and they're going to a Black person that say, this is my website and this is where you get my shirt from, that it should be a Black person wearing the shirt than a white Abercrombie and Finch looking guy.
But they just said that a lot of people are against it now. A lot of Black people are against it now.
Yep.
But it would make sense though for marketing. Is that if you're going to try to make Black Lives Matter more, because who are you talking to? You're talking to the white person. That's the person that you want to know that Black Lives Matter. Why wouldn't you depict?
I understand that,
but why wouldn't you depict? Let me finish. Why wouldn't you let me finish? That's when I say let me finish, I'm talking. So why wouldn't you depict the person that you want to believe in your message in the shirt? Yeah. Those are the people that don't. And first of all, we already know our lives matter. So why would we have to wear a shirt that also points that out? We want them to buy it so they can know that our lives matter. True. We want them to wear the shirt.
True, and that is a good motive for them to do that. But other people don't understand it, so that's
right. But see, that's where your education comes involved.
That's why they don't want to support the movement,
because that's the simplest logic right there. Is that you can't get you don't want yourself. Why would you want to print up a bunch of shirts for you to wear your own message?
Right.
When you want someone else to believe in your message, you want them to give you.
I would think too, but other people don't think.
I'm not sure on that though.
No, I would think like that too. Like get whoever to wear it, like Chinese, Asian. I would think that too, but I'm saying who else would think? Who else gonna think that when they go on that website? When they see another person wearing that is they gonna say, okay?
But see, the thing about it is,
trying to join
the thing about it is, that's why I think we're lost in translation. The website isn't meant for you. Do you get that? You know your life matters. You want other people to believe that your life matters. So it's everybody else that don't know what the message is to go to that website. Not for you. You are the black person.
Yeah,
I think what
I
hear you
but do you get
is,
that? Do you get that though, Mimi?
I think a lot of those people have a problem with white America profiting off of our movement.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say.
Right, but that's not the mission of Black Lives Matter. That's what they're doing when they're ordering T-shirts that are not affiliated with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I done heard people talk about it. Like, why every time I go on the website, it's a white person or a Chinese?
Because the mission is for them to understand that your life matters, not for you to understand that your life matters. You need to learn that your life matters. Do I need to have a talk with you?
Hell no, you better know.
Okay.
Your life matters.
So the website, but BLM.org is not meant for you to go to. It's meant for the people that need to learn about Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter, exactly.
Right.
And I understand that.
That's why the image on the website is of you, not you. It's of the person that needs to learn it.
When somebody ever asks me that, like, why is every time I go on the website it's a white person, I be like, think about it. I always try to open their mind, you know what I mean, and say, think about it. Think about why they're doing that. Because Black lives do matter. And they got a white person wearing it. They got, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear what y'all had to say about it, which I knew you was going to get it, Marnie. Naya, you really didn't. You really didn't say nothing about it.
I'm gonna say not frozen. She busy.
that is important though, because I hear about it a lot.
I just agree. I just agree with what you guys are saying. So the message is for someone else. So for them to buy it, that means that they do support the movement, whether we support it or not. They believe in it and they support it.
It just seems very abrupt that at the same time, because these people have been secret about.
But that's why I take with this conversation, I understand. What do I want to say? I'm trying to say that the message again is not for us. And that's why I really don't care that Black people are feeling some kind of way about the mission and whatever the case may be, because you are not the mission. The mission is to get yourself understood, to get us understood, and to have your stance on I'm mad because of this, I'm mad because of that, I'm mad because of that. Then get involved. That's your answer. Your answer isn't to just go around being mad at an organization that's not agreeing with you. Say something. Do something about it. Get them back in line. But their mission is to make the outside of the Black race understand that our lives matter. It's not about you.
That's in the marketing of it. But at the same time, us discrediting it.
That's what I'm saying. No, if that's what I'm saying, if you're upset, get involved. Do something about it.
Right.
But most of those people are just spectators, and the fact
but those are the people that you're never going to change their minds, like the Trump supporter.
We've seen this in
sitting over there in the hotel room
where people put seeds of doubt out into the community, and then the community turns. We just realized it was a Black person that actually shot.
Yeah, but that takes
Malcolm
us back
X.
again to the people not doing their own research and just believing what everybody tells them and not being credible.
But that was just a weird part for me. It was just weird that all these people were now against it. And then when I realized the association to, again, LGBTQ-led organization is a problem. Because I'm Black. Am I any less qualified or knowledgeable about what we can do to help move our people forward? But because of what I represent to someone else, it then becomes an issue. And I have a problem with many of our heterosexual women allowing it to continue, and our heterosexual men who are then itemizing what they follow based on what their insecurities are. And that's an issue for me. That we see what the problem is, and we're not educating each other. We're not trying to educate it, but we're just further sharing.
It's still a lot of that. It's still just a lot of that period where
a lot of division.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot of that in our community, in particular, that is just still there. That is just nonsense. And again, I'm just gonna bring it back to the 21st century again. This nonsense that you still care about who I'm sleeping with, who you sleeping with, who they sleeping with. It's just still stupid that you still worried about that, because first of all, I have to want you to sleep with you.
Exactly.
I don't want
just
most of you. I don't want.
Right.
But they have a
just
penis,
get that clear.
So you should have want them.
I don't. If I had the option to get your mother, if I had the option to convince your mother.
Oh my goodness,
what about the penis?
Listen. If I had the option to give most of the people I know their parents advice on adoption, I would have.
But what about the penis?
What about the penis, Bonnie?
What about it? Cut it off. Throw it upon.
These lesbians are trying to decapitate my penis.
Cut it off and throw it amongst the bushes.
Cut off your penis? That little thing.
I don't know. Ask some of your people that follow you.
Oh.
How they trying to do that?
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Shade.
Because it kind of correlates people who follow Trump. They normally are insecure about people who want to touch their penis. I don't know.
Oh my.
They always touching a lot of penises.
Well, put them out there. Maybe they'll stop following Trump.
Oh shit.
What you say, Marty? You have something to say, Marty?
Marty.
He is humming a Negro spiritual.
That ain't no spiritual he humming.
He got that to say.
I'm just saying, like, it's a lot. Like this fragile masculinity. It has to at some point go get some help.
Right. Exactly. I think it involves
our community. Like
it's so amazing how everybody wants everybody else to mind their business until it comes to their sexuality.
Yeah,
exactly.
If my penis is not in you, you should not have an issue with who my penis is.
Okay, wait a minute.
Because nine times out of 10, as soon as the rim clears, you're gonna wonder about my penis.
Okay.
From my experience, Monty, it happens before the room clears.
Yeah, real quietly though, like.
I was like a nice fat big.
Okay, moving on.
I can show you some quarantine desperate text messages. You want to see them?
No. Moving on.
Money. No, ain't no moving on. No, not yet. Money.
Nah, you want to see it.
Yes, ma'am. What's up?
You want to see it. You just don't want it to be familiar. I get it. You just don't want them to be familiar.
I just don't want to expose nobody. This is called Be Exposed, but we're not exposing nobody tonight. Okay?
I would never.
Exposing themselves. They don't got quarantine.
All right, we got 6 minutes left in this show tonight, and I'm going to move on. I'm just going to move on to R. Kelly.
They talk about me. They talk about I'm ratchet.
It's not, but it's just the reality of it. It's going to come to a opening anyway, because it's starting to become a thing. Like, because somebody gay started something, you don't want to be a part of it. But this thing has been helping people get convicted over the last 5 or 6 years for killing people that look like you.
Right.
If you didn't have Black Lives Matter, if the NAACP wasn't there, what's the other organizations? They wouldn't have been there.
Absolutely.
They haven't been saving any lives. One of the men that's in charge of 100 black men, this guy indicted on drug charges. Like, they ain't helping you out now, because now people ain't checking for them.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, at some point, these heterosexuals, get your stuff together.
Yeah.
Understand who is your ally and who's out to get you, and you're destroying. The call is coming from within.
I'm glad you said that
Me and
because
Nye gonna do a
makes me
show about
wonder.
it. Me and Nye gonna do a show about that.
Please do. I'm gonna be on that show.
I
want to be on there.
Okay. You want to be on the show?
Yeah.
You want to be on the show, Mimi? You gonna behave yourself?
I doubt it.
Nate said he wanted to be on it too.
I doubt it.
Okay.
I did not. I
we
did
all
not say.
coming
Nate said it. I did not. I'm not gonna make it that day. I'll listen though.
Oh, it's okay. We'll call you for another show.
Yeah. You coming on a low down on the down
That
low.
show. Yeah, I'll be on that one. That show makes me. That show sounds like it's gonna make me angry. I don't want to be on that one, but I will be on the DL to the DL one.
Yeah, the low down on the down low.
LD to the DL. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
what time is that? Like 12:00 at night?
No, it's like it's gonna be a prime time.
Cause I got some shit I gotta say.
It sounds like anti.
And I want here's my instructions on my appearance. I want direct questions. I want y'all to ask me about experiences.
Okay.
Name.
Oh,
I ain't gonna give out no names. I ain't giving out no names, but I want those kind of questions because I tells the truth. I tells the truth all the time, and and it's my life. I can do it.
He did mention, he did let it be known that he has.
I'm not naming names, but I will tell
He
the truth.
do have a big ass. He have titties.
Who you talking to? Who's she talking about? Who's she talking about?
No,
no receipt. No receipt.
We can.
What was that?
We can.
What was that?
Tell receipts, but we not showing.
Okay.
What was that? What was that, Nate? Put it back up because it ain't gonna show on TV. I mean, on the TV, but I want to see it on the side. I can see it on the sidebar. Oh, that's just you. That's you. I thought you were showing pictures.
I would just put some. I could if you want me to.
I mean, I could too. I mean, we can all do things here. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
I
got friends.
But wait a minute, I want to go back to who she said who got titties. Bitch, this body is tight. Do you hear me?
You
Don't make me hit the stand up.
You had a big ass. I said yes.
Oh no, now the ass is still there. Let me tell you, the ass is still there, but the titties is gone. Okay, because this body's tight.
I know that.
Oh yeah, he been walking. I forgot.
No, I don't walk. I run. I don't walk. I run.
Well, he
you
been
ran
running.
for the cicada from the cicada thing.
Check this out, though. Check this out.
Yeah, we know that.
Check this out, though. And I went upstairs one day, just come to visit or whatever, and he had the nastiest lube you ever seen. Yes. Yes.
Be exposed, baby.
Yeah. So I'm like, what's going on with that? That's like some slide on.
You have a good night.
No, we wasn't finished.
She can have a good damn night.
We wasn't finished with her.
You know what? Listen.
It was just starting to get juicy.
I'm gonna shut up because I ain't trying to be
She
that.
can have a good goddamn night, and I mean that.
No. Where do we go from here?
We don't go anywhere because it's 10 o'clock. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I answer your phone in 5 minutes.
I thank you guys for listening. Somebody willing will be back next week with another Talk Lately. Hopefully, it will be some order in this court.
Order in the court, yeah.
Order in this goddamn court because right now we are all.
Jesus Lord, no.
Oh my God.
We are all guilty. And that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Lesson learned. Mimi is not allowed in anybody's home. People put this shit out there.
Oh gosh, you guys. Oh, this is the end.
That was a show for real. Like,
and I want y'all to see y'all next week.
Yeah. I am tired. I need to roll another blunt because
I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out. My anxiety is